It's true. I have no intro music for you. This game has no intro music. I don't know what to do with myself. Hi. Welcome. How do I start this stream again? What are the... Tell me my line? Felicitations, my family of fledglings. I'm not reading from a teleprompter right now. And ghosts, it's so good to unsee you as well. Not reading from a teleprompter right over there. Hi, I'm Damien Holley, and I scraped popcorn off of a ceiling today because I hate popcorn, and I'm gonna get rid of all of it in the entire house at some point, time permitting. I'm not good under pressure. We are playing a new game. It's not a new game. This is a when was Abduction released? 2016 game? Does that sound right? Let's see. Let's take a look. 2016. I did remember correctly. A 2016 game. That is a 10-year-old game. And here is a Troa, who is not 10 years old. Sorry, I have a little bit of texture in my voice today. Heroes. Oh, yay. If I keep watching tonight, I'll save my 3-stream streak. I don't know that if it is worth it at all, the way they've treated you so far. I was apparently not here last night. Weird. I remember you being here. We beat Hylix. Hi, welcome. We have decided that on Saturdays, I will advance the state of the place we live. And that means scraping popcorn off the ceilings and moving things around and getting rid of old stuff and sifting through things to determine whether we want them or not, and primering and painting and all of that, and mudding. I think that's the term for when you do stuff to drywall to make it less crappy, because drywall on its own can be really pitty. I looked up something on the internet and somebody's like, if you don't treat your drywall, you essentially have a lunar surface on your wall or ceiling. Like, okay, let's not go so far as to call my house the moon, because I don't know how to do drywall stuff. But that's happening. Botrix is still here. Have I not fired you entirely? I don't think you really did a great job. You just did a job. Let's see who else we can add in. I think these are both on and in and good. And we're starting a brand new game this evening together, a puzzle-y game, one that's made by the makers of the Myst games, Cyan. And I just want to make sure I can see everybody chatting who is chatting this evening. That is not you. That is, I don't want to watch your stream. I want to watch my stream. There's one platform in particular. I'll just call it by name, TikTok. You always make me want to watch, or you always force me to start watching somebody else's stream when all I want to do is monitor my own chat. Noob! It's so good to see you. Hi, welcome. How are we doing tonight? Boa noite, mano. Yes. A good evening to you as well. Let's see if full screen does this game right. Boop. How are you? How is your weekend going? I feel like when I do house things, I have intrinsic value to who I am. I honestly, legitimately, let me move over a little bit. I'm clearly not centered properly. I really do feel like if I don't do anything for the house, I have to rely on tricking myself into thinking I have self-worth. But if I do something to this inanimate object, the house that I live in, if I paint or fix something or move things around inside of rooms, suddenly I have self-worth and I didn't have to derive it or lie to myself. It doesn't make sense. I don't know what I don't think there's a lot of worth to be had in just functionally doing things to your own house. But for some reason, I feel like I do derive worth from that, even though I probably should derive worth from giving to humankind, to being a better human, to bettering humanity, reducing suffering, and increasing love and empathy. Those are the things that should drive me the most. I still do those things. I do those things almost automatically. And maybe that's why they come so naturally to me when people say, "Thank you so much. Your words meant a lot. You really motivated me," or you pulled me out of a bad space. I discount those testimonies. I say, that's what I always do. That stuff's boring. That's typical everyday D. But when I scrape popcorn off my ceiling, it's like, oh, that's something I almost never do. I derive more value from that somehow, which is stupid and inane. Tudo en paz? I don't know. My Spanish speaking brain, because I don't speak a lick of Portuguese, wants to say that means everything in peace, but I don't know if that's correct. I'm going on a cruise tomorrow. Nice. Where are you going? This is coming from somebody who's poor and has never been able to afford a cruise. And my family definitely never afforded cruises. Are cruises really about the destination? In my brain, I think a cruise, you're going somewhere. But for a lot of people, I think I understand cruising is it's about what you do on the ship, and it's not so much about the destination. Sometimes you hop off the boat for 2 to 5 hours in a very protected and manicured destination where everything is like specifically meant just for you, and so it's not authentic. It's like a portrayal of a culture and a place, but it's all fake and weird. And so it really is just, do you enjoy being on a boat, doing the stuff they have on that boat? So I'm rushing to get some schoolwork done before some deadlines. Nice, good stuff. If I had a house, even renting, and they let me do what I want to do with the garden, I'd never be inside anymore. You're definitely a green thumber. Oz, between the two of us, Oz really likes to get her hands in the dirt, get planting stuff, watch them grow, reap fruits and veggies off of the things that she's been growing. She loves the cycle of planting and nurturing and growing and then harvesting. She really, really digs that. I've done that. I've done that a lot. When I was little and we lived in the PNW, we basically built our own garden on the property, and we ate off of the garden. It wasn't everything that we ate, but we had regular produce coming off of our own garden, and that was a really nice feeling. And then when we moved in with my uncle in Southern California, we continued that trend because he had a huge garden on his property, lots and lots of different foods. And yeah, that's so like mundane to me, I guess, at this point. But for Oz, it's something that she never grew up with. She didn't grow up taking care of plants and eating the yield. And so it's really exciting for her. Me, I like curating the indoors environments. I love interior design, and I've never had money, time, or a place to do all of that. So we're starting small steps literally just this year. We've lived here for a while, but we've had some other stuff we had to do in the meantime that we weren't able to do, like interior decorating. Now, we're not doing that right now because first things first, we have to get rid of the shitty infrastructure like popcorn ceilings. Then we have to primer and sand and paint and mud and sand and paint again and et cetera, et cetera. Not in that order. I probably botched the order. All that stuff just so we can have literally just regular, normal, not cringe-worthy walls. And then we can start decorating once the walls and ceiling and stuff are done. Yeah. Then we can actually start doing that kind of stuff. Well, except when there's sun. Yeah. Gardening's not fun when there's a sun out. That's it exactly. Oh, it's a saying. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Tú dónde vas? Oh, I like that. And it kind of rhymes when you mix Spanish and Portuguese together. Magna, I love that you're here. I've missed your face. We have not kept up. Let's do a shout out for Magna. Magna has informed me that he streams just for funsies, but you should still go give him a following.
I actually had started to play Dark Souls a few months ago, but I was like, I don't want to do it on stream. I don't think people want to watch my ass just being terrible over and over and over.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Oh, no. That was a bad death again. Womp womp. That just happened, and it was clipped. And then we played the clip. Meaning all is well. Yeah, I love that. In Mandarin, I don't know too many languages that I've learned in my lifetime. I've learned 11 different languages, not to fluency, but I've studied 11 different languages, and most of them don't idiomatically use the word peace, except you've taught me that Portuguese does, and I can tell you Mandarin does. When you say good morning or good night, there are a couple different ways you can say it, but the one that I like to say the most is morning peace or night peace. Morning peace is zao an. It just means like early or morning. And then an is peace. And then nighttime peace is waan an. And it means like good morning and good night. Zao an, wan an, good morning, good night. And it's just talking about peace. We grew a bunch of our food growing up. We had a large garden plot in the backyard. Good stuff. Oh, that's where you learned all your stuff. I'm going to the Caribbean. Caribbean? Which is the right one? Please inform me. I need to know what the right way to pronounce this word is. I've said both all my life interchangeably. Going to the Caribbean. I'm just going to say it wrong entirely. Puerto Rico and Bahamas. Nice. I'll be out at sea for 8 days, but I agree with you. I don't care about the destination all too much, probably because it's curated, right? I love cruising because of the boat, and this boat should be very nice. Nice. Someday in my life, I'd like to see what being on a cruise ship is like. It sounds fun. Do you have a moment to talk about the prophets and their plan for you and Bajor? I don't know the reference. I'm sorry. I'm going to butcher that name. Help me understand. Teach me the ways of my Spanish-speaking ass wants to say Bahor. You and Bahor. That's probably not the right name. Dark Souls is great if you have a humiliation kink. Not so much. Not so much. I haven't streamed a game. I haven't streamed any of the Souls games. I have one of the Souls games. Somebody, I think Stuart bought me Dark Souls 3. I don't know if you need to play 1 and 2 to understand 3, but I have 3, I think. And the only Souls-like game I've ever played was Death's Gambit. It was good. It's a side-scroller platformer, Metroidvania Souls-like. God, that's a lot of words. If you're a gamer, all of those made sense all at once. And that was a lot of fun, but it was also very challenging. I definitely died multiple times to the bosses. I saw you around the other day. I was working. I stream Tuesday, Thursday. Gotcha. Yeah. Each Souls game can be played totally on its own. That's good to know. So I do not need to play them in order to learn the world or anything like that. You just get more flavor if you've played earlier ones. Gotcha. So the world build sort of it's cumulative to some degree. It insists upon itself, to quote Family Guy. Yeah, the world build probably has unique storylines, but there's some nods. If you've played the previous games, you probably understand. And I'm sure to some degree, like any genre of game, the Souls-like games, if you've played the older ones, they inform you better on how to play the newer ones. So if you've played Souls 1, 2, and 3, and then you go off and play other Souls-likes, you know what you're doing better than somebody who's going into that genre as a first foray, right? It rhymes even in PT because Portuguese, because how are you is actually the same. Oh, I don't use como estás too much. I prefer tudo bem, which means all good, I imagine. Tudo bem, and como va você? I don't know how to pronounce that last word. How's it, or it? How goes? Yeah, I don't know that. I couldn't guess that last word. Você. My brain wants to say it's voice, but I think that's just my English brain jumping in. The Souls games happen in the same world? Oh, interesting. But are not narrative sequels. Are they? Is it kind of like don't the Morrowind Elder Scrolls? Are they all Elder Scrolls? The Elder Scrolls games, they're all like on the same planet, but they're in different areas of the world. So they don't overlap so much because you're always going somewhere different. So you couldn't possibly have a continuation of story because you're somewhere else on the planet. We haven't started the game, and I should have taken a bio break before we started. This isn't Prey or anything. It's not like I'm going to have a 90 pee breaks during the course of the stream. But I should probably pee before we get started with abduction. For those of you that don't know what the heck we're doing and why we're doing this, by the way, we started a playlist quite a while back of Myst games, and we beat every game that says Myst in the title. Mysts 1 through 5, plus at least one Myst that didn't have a number ascribed with it in the multiplayer MMO Myst. Abduction is also made by the same studio, and it is also a puzzle game. And everybody said, if you're playing through the Myst games, you also need to play Abduction. This game is now 10 years old, but we're going to play it, and hopefully it's fantastic, and we're going to do it. Yeah. Let me take a quick bio break, then we'll catch up with the chat, and then we will start Abduction. I swear. I promise this will be right back. Welcome. I didn't even put on clothes. I just we're robing it tonight. Robe is clothes, so I'm clothed, but with robe. And I encourage you to do the same. Be comfy tonight. Comf it up.
You are my dad. You're my dad. Woogie, woogie, woogie.
Welcome. Wow. I am so in the stratosphere today.
Okay. There.
All right. Docking. I mean, doc. Playing is doc. Be healing. Pull up like Audacity or whatever and do like a Windows recording. It's just gonna come out normal because nothing, everything is pitched. Audacity's gonna be pitched too high too. I wonder if somebody clips what is going on. Will my voice stay deep? Or will everything like unphase itself.
Makes
That's
you.
what I do for you.
I know you're waiting for the book. Look in my eyes. You know I have bigger things to do than you. I mean, bigger. I mean, okay, bye. Bigger fish to fry. Oh, we don't want to fry Alan. Whoa. She just slammed that door open. Where's the cook? Cook.
My accessories. Everything a girl needed to claim victory in the battle for love.
Oh. Okay. That she just
Streamer of Oz just logged in.
Streamer of Oz. Hungry like the wolf.
Don't want to trip over my own feet.
Hungry like the wolf. 5052329. Pound 9579. Oh, now.
Hungry like the Oz. Who's probably also very hungry.
losing out on resources, like your people who are going to help you out were slowly like dying off and leaving or getting, you know, ushered out, and that felt really panicky and bad for a game that didn't really like rely on that mechanic. But this one didn't feel like there was much room for failure. I mean, we failed a few times. Okay, you stop talking now, old Damien from another time. Why did somebody clip me just giving a post-mortem on a game? Who knows? Let's catch up with chat, and then we will start abduction. Yeah, we will. Dark Souls 2 happens so far after Dark Souls 1 that an entire new civilization rose and fell. Interesting. Magna, I feel like it's been a really long time. How are you? How's the guy from the other room? Am I saying it right? It's good to see you. I grew my hair out so that I could wear more old-timey clothes and not look weird, like somebody who works in an office on weekdays but dresses up fashionably on weekends. I didn't want to look like that. So old-timey, interesting clothes plus long hair just works better. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Funnily enough, I started learning Portuguese through immersion. Oh, did I not know this about you? I don't think I did. I learned tudo bem, but I haven't learned the response, which is tudo bem. I thought they were confused for the longest. Você. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Is the standard you, tu also means you. So it's like, is it like in Spanish where você is like more polite and tu is more familial, friendly sort of thing? In Spanish, you'd have tu is just like you, my friend, my close family member, but usted, which is short for vos merced, your mercy, which sounds in English sounds really fucking formal, is the polite, formal way to refer to somebody. Like in te amo. You say te amo in Portuguese too? Interesting. If that's the case. Let's start a new game, shall we? Let us begin. Also, what have you been up to this weekend? Tell me your deets. I want to know. I'm curious. I've been scraping popcorn ceiling. Game name. You give this a name? D's first time. That's very virginal. Is that a word? Navigation type. Free roam. Point and click. No. We're going to stick with free roam. Character shadow. Female. Sure. Probably should be female. Don't know why. We're going to start. Let's go. Oh, there's a long load. Escape something menu and hold back. What does that mean? I don't understand what I just read means. The moon is gorge. It's very it's lit, fam. to use 2010s. Oh my. There's a thunderstorm just like where I live. We're simpatico. The weather report in game looked up my location and was like, okay, you live in Georgia in the year 2026. You will have a thunderstorm. Okay. Oh my. So left and right on the arrow keys moves me, rotates me, doesn't move me. Did a lightning bolt just come by here? What if I hold left or right click? Nope. There's no strafe. No strafing. There's forward and back. And I can use the mouse to turn me. I guess I won't use left and right keys. I do like a game where you can strafe. This game does not let you strafe. Unless shift. Shift and left and right. Nope. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. I'm going to be lurky tonight, not feeling well, curling up with the pups. Enjoy your pup love. Please take care of yourself. Be well. Thank you for lurk supporting me. But see to you first. I think it's the same in formality, but te goes before the word. That's the same in Spanish. And VC, oh, that's the internet abbreviation of você, or however you pronounce it, goes after. I guess in Spanish it's probably similar grammatically. Can I jump? Oh, that takes a picture. That was not the picture I wanted to take. So spacebar does not let me jump. In Spanish, te or se, the pronoun for verbs goes before the verb. Like if you say, I love you, you would say, te amo. But if you were saying, I love you to somebody formal, this would almost never happen because you wouldn't normally say, I love you to somebody that you would also use formal speech with. You would say, se amo, but se is also for he or she. So you'd want to specify the se. What does se mean? Se amo. So you would say, se amo a tu, se amo a usted. Which is in my mouth just completely foreign because that's an awful sentence to say.
We all lost everything.
What?
Everything but our stories.
Oh?
And they shouldn't be forgotten.
Okay.
I was 3. It was April of 1983.
Oh.
Cecil, it was 1870 for you.
Excuse?
Sam and Vera, you tell it like it was yesterday, but it's been 62 years since you saw that blast of light.
What? What is this? What does that even mean? It seems like it was a different year. The blast of light was a different year for different people. Have people come together, been gathered by a blast of light event? Because there's a blast of light in the sky happening right now. And I'm a little bit nervous. And the music makes me a little bit nervous. Can we pause? Oh, yeah. Okay, that pauses. I wish there was pause music. But I guess not. Oh, yeah, I forgot to read the rest of your comment. I'm sorry. Then again, I started learning Portuguese through Brazilian streams, so I heard him write a casual Portuguese a lot. I'm not writing business letters. Right. And I'm sure Brazil and Portugal have diverged because you have a language now spoken in 2 places. And just like in England, where they speak English, and in America, where they try, you have 2 very different languages, right? What if you want to express your secret crush on your boss in Spanish? You just whisper it under your breath. You don't want them to hear, but you just want to say it. Se amo a usted. Probably not. Probably still not that way. Okay. That was interesting. What I think was the most interesting is that this is a big budget developer now by 2016. And that person that delivered that voiceover sounded so backyard. And I don't mean that in a bad thing, honestly, or in a bad way. The way that they delivered that voice line, that bit of script, just sounded so natural, like they were not even an actor. It just sounded like somebody sharing a story. Not trained, very... Hello? Oh my, what the heck is that thing? That is not a normal lightning flash. I am so confused about what is happening tonight. The moon is extra glowy. The lightning is doing weird particle things. And we're at a picnic site? Is there anything on the grill? No swimming. What do I want to try? Challenge accepted. Ah, fuck. Okay. Never mind. Why is the music so intense? All I've done is walk to a campsite. Music. Slow your roll. The world build is pretty beautiful. The lightning storm is a little much. But for a 2016 game, especially the water effects, like, God, yeah, this storm is... Why is the lightning really just right here? You can look in one spot and it's all the lightning is just in one area. It doesn't seem right. But yeah, this looks actually this looks a little bit like the PNW. This area reminds me a little bit of Crater Lake in Oregon, where I grew up. I did not grow up in the Crater Lake, I'm sorry. I grew up in Oregon. I visited Crater Lake. Use only designated campfire pits. Good news. I don't know how to...
Light.
Huh?
That's where all of our news stories began. Streaked across the sky. Mesmerizing. But unnerving. Even in daylight, Joseph, you said it was gloriously bright. But in the twilight, it was spellbinding. Whether it was in the deep woods like Cecil or right outside town like Jane and Jenny, we were drawn to see more. Vera, you said you recall smiling. Some of you were alone. I wasn't. My dear grandma, God bless her, rejoiced as if it was some forebearer of good fortune. Grandma lifted me from the carriage on the porch and walked into the yard so we could watch it unobstructed.
Yeah, there's something about her delivery. When she does the voice acting for this game, God, I also feel like the music is a little bit loud compared to the dialogue. Can we move the music down to maybe 50%? It's good music, don't get me wrong. It's just... But yeah, there's something about her dialogue. Either she's a really well-trained voice actress and her delivery is just so natural and like off the cuff. It just sounds like a real person. I feel like some people's voice acting is just so characterized. You can tell they've studied. You can hear the voice and you're like, you went to a voice acting academy like I did. Hopefully I don't sound like that. I try my best to sound like I didn't get trained, like my voice didn't get fully trained out of being authentic. Either this person is really, really good and they sound like a normal human that has never had voice acting training, or they've never had voice acting training and that's who they went with in this story. But there's just something so natural and human about her delivery. I don't know why I'm tripping over that. But it's rare to hear voice acting in a game that doesn't sound like voice acting. It sounds like just somebody recanting a story from like they just grabbed somebody, they grabbed a neighbor and was like, hey, do you want to read some lines for our new game? And the neighbor's like, okay. And then it turned out the neighbor was able to read the lines like a real person and not like they were reading. That's the one drawback, and why you usually want to use a voice actor instead of just somebody you know, is because when people read lines, they forget how to say them out loud and sound normal. You're reading from a script, people sometimes forget how the hell to sound like a real human being. Like, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy name. And it's just like, it's awful. Yeah. Most definitely, I know Brazilian Portuguese and Portugal Portuguese differ in words and their usage of the gerund. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the same when you're talking about Spain. In Spain, Spanish, and even Spain has dialects. And then the diaspora of Latin countries that also speak Spanish. It gets wild. I was trained in speech and debate, and there are a few telltale signs, but I think I only notice them because I know what to look for. Like when somebody's been trained in speech and debate. I could see that.
None of us understood. But, well, we followed. And we all felt some kind of trepidation, yet attraction.
Oh my.
So we approached it. It approached us.
Yeah. I'm rarely mesmerized by somebody's voice acting. I either think you've got a pretty voice and everybody told you and that's why you went into voice acting, or you're garbo and you can't read lines humanly and everybody can tell you sound, what's the word I'm looking for?
You all remember.
Hello?
There was no turning away. It advanced.
What is that? Oh.
Almost like
Hi.
purposefully
What is this?
spinning slowly until, well,
Looks like a pine cone.
found us, each of us.
Hi.
We should tell these stories because
Oh.
it saved us. And
Oh.
there must be.
Okay, we got saved and the whole world is pixels. What an interesting intro. What did we learn from that story? The whole world is congealing again? Oh my, yeah, it is. We're in like another campground and a cave in behind us. So we're coming out of a cave, I guess. Coming out of my cave and I've been doing just for example, you swallow your ums and ers when you're uncertain while speaking, which is a hallmark of training. Oh, me? Yeah. My ums and ers I usually let them out so that I sound more natural. But I trained out ums and ers in my normal speech. So I do say them in stream, and I tend to say them generally just one to sort of stop. Damn, I ummed. Radio silence. When I think that I am talking down a certain line and I have all of my thoughts in a row, I don't or at all. If I feel like I do have some thoughts in a row, but then I have to take a pause or think of something, I will throw in an or and it's usually somewhat. I'm somewhat cognizant of it because I don't naturally or fill the word, doch, whatever it happens to be, to make the sentence happen. But when I stream, I add in ums or ers, whereas when we're face to face, if we ever are, I usually don't do that kind of stuff. And it seems to be an on-camera thing, and the pressure of, in my mind, everything's rolling and you all want to hear like perpetual sound and insert of new ideas and thoughts and everything. So I'm constantly thinking you got to hear more. You have to be, it's like a radio show, you're perpetually being fed more information auditorially, especially. So sometimes the ums and ers come in to fill in the void, so I don't have any radio silence while I'm trying to think of the next thing. Yeah. When I study Portuguese, I need to ensure that I'm studying Brazilian Portuguese. Yes, because isn't that what you're sort of aiming toward? Fortunately, Brazilian Portuguese is the most common Portuguese to study. It makes sense, I think, just demographically, right? I'd be having a terrible time if I was trying to learn the European Portuguese. Why? I mean, ¿por qué no los dos? Why not both? I learned Castilian Spanish and also learned Mexican Spanish. I don't know that I really know other versions of Spanish very much, except a little tidbit here and there. But I enjoyed the differences enough that I liked learning two different, very distinct regions of Spanish. Can we pick this up? Hell yeah. You're mine now. Oh, wait, you're not. What do I do? Yeah? And then, are you with me? I turned you on, but I can't seem to, like, put you in my inventory. Oh, I guess I can put you down? But I don't want to put you down. I want to take you with. Oh, that turns it back off. Let's leave you on. Set you down. No. Leave you on, I said. Can I not set down unless it's turned? It has to be turned first. Why activate the lantern? What do we learn from the lantern light? Nothing? Oh, we see our body. We do have a female shadow, which is it's fine. It's good. I normally like playing females, and I do not like playing males. It's just me. Oh, there's less resources to learn European Portuguese. Gotcha. I'd be up for learning it, but I might get confused if I learned both. Maybe. Me, I like idiosyncrasies. Syncrasies. Why am I drawing a blank at that? I like learning about the nuances of language. I love how diverse English is because it does happen to be a language spoken so many places in the world. And the difference between what you learn in various regions in England, I guess among, not between, and then all the other places where English is spoken in diaspora is just absolutely fascinating to me. Okay, so we're very dry and arid area. We were just in an area with trees, though. So I guess there's a little bit of growth there, and then the rest of this place is just like deserty, dry, rocky. Oh, okay, there's some grasses and stuff here, too. We haven't heard a voiceover in a long time, but there is a weird pox-ridden stone or orb or fungus over there. Most definitely. One sec. Let me click on this thing over here. That'd be a slot canyon. Yeah, doesn't this feel like I hate to say it because I don't know how good this game is yet. Like bad storytelling. When you're given a new game and you don't know what to do and you don't know what you're doing, and they just stick you in a dead end canyon and there's only one way to go. Is this really the right way to narrate the story? You have no choice. You just have to walk in one direction. I feel like it's a poor way to introduce a new world. It's very constrained. Oh my, there's some floating shit up there. I'm looking here at this weird fungus on the ground. I'm not even noticing these weird like towers and then floating bits of land. And there's a lot of verticality here. There's another planet right next to my planet and a sun over there. And we've got an atmosphere. They have an atmosphere. Looks like southern Utah. Interesting. I wish I could run. There's no run button as far as I know. But we'll walk slowly. Will we hear our favorite voice actress of the game so far again? There's just something so casual about her. She sounds so no effort. And I think I love that. Because I know so many people in the voice acting industry. I think sometimes myself included, to be perfectly honest. I'll throw myself under the bus and say some characterizations I've done for games and other shows and stuff, I've hammed it up a bit. I've gone a little bit over the edge. And this person really just sounds like a friend of yours that's talking. which is rare to be able to do, I think. Okay, welcome to Hunrath. Can we press your little button here? Hello? Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong area of my screen. Let's get back in the game. Hunrath. Clicky.
Hello.
Hi.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Ciao.
Hola.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Shora.
I don't know that.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Welcome to Hunrath. My name is
Hunrath.
Joseph. I am the mayor here. You are most probably a bit confused and disoriented.
Yeah.
But let me reassure you, everything will be fine. You're not the first to go through this experience.
It's doing a lot of
The
hand-wringing.
others who have come before you will help you adjust.
Oh,
Follow the trail to the house with the white picket fence.
okay.
Farley will meet you there and introduce you to your new life here.
Chris Farley? I'm sorry, rip Chris Farley. So this whole thing is just a holographic emitter. Neat. Love it. I want one. How much? Yeah, it looks very beautiful world. Floating purple spires, and the lower area just looks very dry and boring. But we're supposed to follow the path to our house. Is that our house over there? What's that weird thing? Looks like power lines that are going off into nothing. I kind of want to go off into the wrong direction. But first playthrough, don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So we're just going to head toward the house that he said and meet Chris Farley and not diverge off into these random paths, because who knows? The game might send me off in all those areas anyway. So why force it when they might just be dead ends? Yeah, there's some weird orbs and stuff. The blue and purple rocks are more intriguing than where I am right now. Where I am is so boring. What happens when I switch? What do we do? Doesn't look like it did anything. I was expected to see the switch. And it looks like it didn't do a thing. Okay. Wow. Let's climb the broken road. So this is my new house, I guess. It's not bad. It's missing some of the boards in the second floor, but most of it looks and then the first floor. Most of it looks okay. Got some grass in the cracks. We're connected to sewer. That's better than my current house, which is septic. Some hopscotch. I'm doing the hopscotch thing. I don't like that I can see my shadow, but I can't see my actual legs. I can see my shadow legs walking. But where is the actual me? Is there sewer, or is the sewer just overgrown with grass? We got lots of beautiful flowers. Those look like they've been well maintained. Farley. The flag is up. I don't want to mess with that. I just got here. But is there actual mail in here? There is. Can we read this? I know it's not for me, but to Caroline, whoever that is, or whoever else might come back. I don't know if I'm coming back or if I'm a first timer, to be honest. It's been 5 days and not a soul has returned. I'm inclined to believe that things have not gone well. Uh-oh. What were they supposed to do? Yet, surprisingly, I'm still alive, and that both supremely perplexes me and gives me some portion of hope. I've retreated to my vault for protection and to contemplate my options. CW. Okay. We'll stick that right back in. I don't think I should be messing with that because that really should... Oh, there's like laser beams and some metal house over yonder. Farley's community center. I see another emitter right there too. Hanging the laundry. Nice. There's no draws there. Hello? Can we chat with whoever's in this hologram? Boop. Hi.
I'm Farley.
You're not Chris Farley.
I guess Just in case. Welcome, but it's probably not safe here. To be blunt, we're getting ready for a battle. I don't know what you'll find. I just thought I should just be cautious with who you trust. CW may be here.
What?
I don't know. Just be careful. I've got to go.
You don't trust CW?
And don't panic. As jarring as this experience is, you really will find Hunrath to be a decent price.
Okay, the first guy said Hoonrath, but she said Hunrath. So Farley is the voice we've been hearing since the beginning. That might be the actual actress of that voice too, which would be kind of interesting. She really just sounds so untrained, but in the best way. I really mean positively untrained. It's a good thing. So here's some things I'm noticing right out of the gate. The game feels kind of like the original Myst, the very first Myst. You're only meeting people through hologram messages. They're two-dimensional. They're pre-recorded video. And the rest of the world is just like rendered 3D graphics. So it's very much like Myst 1. There's already a distrust mechanic. Farley is like, there's CW might be around. I don't know. And she seems to not trust CW. So I feel already weird between Farley and CW. Like there's something there. And you're also like in a completely random, foreign, magical world where you know pretty much nothing. That all seems to scream Myst 1. I feel like this might be Cyan's attempt at giving you the experience, if not the direct world of Myst 1 over again. Like they say, you know what, Myst, the world of Myst is very played out and everybody sort of has expectations now. So maybe Abduction was their attempt at saying, we're going to give you a new IP so that fans of Cyan games won't jump to conclusions. You ever play a pen and paper RPG like Dungeons and Dragons, and you play with somebody who's really well seasoned and they think they know what your story is going to be about? When you say, okay, some wolves approach, they go, those wolves have an AC of 2 and an attack of 6, and if you take out the alpha, the other ones scatter in fear. And you're like, it's my story. Why are you telling me what happens in my story? And they're like, well, I know the Dungeon Master's Guide. I know how wolves are supposed to be. Not fun, right? So maybe this is Cyan's attempt at saying, you don't really know this world? There's another emitter up there. I got to get up there and see who's up there. And they're saying, we're going to do everything Myst-like, because that was such a popular game, Myst 1. Probably the most popular Myst game out of all the Myst games. But I don't know if that's the case. And we're going to learn what they do when they give us an entire new world. Although there wasn't an Abduction 2, so I think I might say something about how popular this game was. Warning, do not approach anything that even remotely resembles this diagram. It literally just looks like kind of a roundy soccer ball stone. Unless it has been disabled. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Damn, forgot to do my language lesson and my perfect streak because I finished at 12:02. No, your perfect streak. I'm really craving seaweed. Come over, we've got some. Tara, how's it going? You knew we were going to be playing Cyan games at some point, and you finally saw this in the stream. And you're like, about damn time, D. Yeah, we, I didn't mean to do another screenshot. We took a pause from the Cyan games from the Myst series to play spooky games during spooky times. And I was like, we're just going to play a few games during Halloween season. And then we started Prey by Bethesda and the 2017 Prey. There's several different games called Prey. And holy crap, we've been playing Prey from October all the way to last Saturday. That game does have a DLC. So, I mean, it was just a lot. I was like, we're just going to do this one thing and put the Myst games on hiatus. And it took us for frickin' ever. But here we are, back in Cyan, back in puzzle game territory, playing a game we know absolutely nothing about. But it's pretty, and the story's already intriguing. And for some reason, for me, Farley, right? Is just so endearing. There's just something about her. I don't know. The most real NPC of all NPCs, perhaps. I finally saw Not Prey. Prey was so good, though. It was a really good game. Wait. Oh, what? Okay, we came to Farley's house. This is where the mayor told us to go. And now the game is saying, no, you can't actually do the thing. I suppose we gotta go find the key. I was one of the Kickstarter backers for this. Oh, for abduction? Interessante. Wow. I'm excited to see how this goes. So far, quite intrigued. The game very much has the narrative, subtlety, and explorative excitement of Myst 1. It feels like we're starting a brand new Myst 1 all over again. Oh, there's a little bit of lag there. For a 2016 game, I'm surprised I'm walking and seeing some stuttering. Is there really no run? Hang on. Please let there be a run button. Move. Run. Shift. Always run. Caps. Oh, I have caps lock disabled. It says shift should be run. I tried shift. Does it have to be left shift? God, it is left shift. Why does right shift not work? Left shift implies I'm going to be using WASD. Oh, I'm not a fan of that. All right, hang on. Can we switch to QWERTY? Stinky, smelly QWERTY and try to use WASD. Gross game with no control scheme keybinds. Hi. Is that a pretty chalk art of Farley, perhaps? Can I grab the chalk? Damn, cannot. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to Google Translate you. That's the best I can do. Oh no! How do I do a new tab? How do I go to Google Translate while typing in QWERTY? I do not understand almost any words of Vietnamese. Most of the Vietnamese words I know are food, to be perfectly honest. San made this game via Kickstarter. Very nice. Hello? Hi? Hi. Who are you? Where are you going? Hello? You look like a wasp person. I don't know why I'm following you. I really don't want to be stung, but also... Oh, my. You just landed on top of the roof of this thing, and now I feel threatened. When I see wasps IRL, I panic because I really don't know what to do with them. Do you assert that you're not afraid? Do you show fear? What's the thing you're supposed to do when you see a wasp if they approach you? If they come at you? What is the appropriate response for a human so that I don't get stung repeatedly by the wasp? So far, all my life, when I see a wasp, I just tense up and stand still and get scared. Set them on fire. That would be interesting. I wish I had that power, but I can't just randomly make that happen. I was wondering if maybe you understand through cognates. I don't know languages that have cognates with Vietnamese is the problem. I can tell you that between Vietnamese and Mandarin, as far as I understand it, the cognates or shared words or words of similar origin must be extremely rare, because all the little bits that I do know of Vietnamese sound incredibly foreign to me as a Mandarin speaker. So we should probably be able to bust these open. They wouldn't glow like this unless there's some future use for them. Wasps IRL, hose them with wasp spray. That's, if I have wasp spray handy, that's the one thing I do know to do. If I don't have it, I just panic. Bees and wasps both can smell fear. Is that really true, or did you just hear that in a movie? Wait, with WASD you can strafe, but with the arrow keys, left and right, pivot my character. I hate that they made WASD the best way to control this game, but I don't want to spend time doing everything in auto hotkey to make it work right. The thing is, I'm afraid of bees to some degree too, but they don't seem to bother me. Bees don't just like come up and attack. Warning, we've already read that warning before. It's fine. There's a welcome, but you definitely can't go in there. They give me panic attacks. I have a legit phobia as the result of my allergy. If you're allergic to those animals, then yeah, there you have an appropriate reason to panic. If they can really smell fear, if that's true, that just makes it all the worse. There's so much hanging laundry, but there's no person. How long has this laundry been hanging? It doesn't look dirty per se, but it looks mottled. Why only hang with one? Interesting. I know this game. I have it. Watched a friend play some. This is my first time. I've never heard of this game before. You all convinced me to play through the Myst games. And then you all said, if you beat Myst 5, you got to play Abduction after that. And, well, here we are. Do you have all the backer stuff turned on? I'm not a backer. I don't know if that's available in base game. Only the backer version. Yeah, I don't know how to do the thing. We can check settings and maybe I can turn something on if it's just a thing. I didn't back Abduction, though. I checked the googly. Bees cannot literally smell human emotion, but they are highly sensitive to chemical cues and can detect the pheromones released when a person is afraid or stressed. So, kind of. These scents, combined with sudden jerky movements from a scared person, are perceived as a threat to the hive, triggering defensive stinging behavior. I don't think I've ever acted in a stinging way to bees, although I've been stung by bees 2 or 3 times. Usually, or at least from my understanding, it wasn't near a hive or anything. Big backers got to add items into the game, just set deco stuff. In my copy, I have an option to turn them on and off. Maybe in general, might have the option. Oh, backer reward display. It's behind my head for those of you watching me in landscape. But we can turn this on and see what we see, I guess. Cool. So they can smell the scent of our fear, but the term is just for use to under-explain the science of it. I still don't think, even though I am afraid of bees, that I've ever had to experience painful bee sensations as a result, like stinging, or are there any bees that bite instead of sting? I don't know. There's another hologram we can see. Let me take another quick bio break because I don't know. Either it's the new world or I'm just used to peeing a lot on Saturdays because I was playing so much Prey and that game attacked my bladder. I'm just going to take a quick bio break before we speak to this one hologram. This is downtown Hunrath, according to Farley, or Hoonrath, according to the mayor. They have different pronunciations of the name. Yeah. Big backers got to add items into the game. Oh, that's fun. I don't know why I didn't read that correctly the first time I read it. They do sometimes lead to confusion, is why I asked. They look like they should be important when they're not. But as long as you know it's a thing you might see, it's not as confusing. Okay, cool. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back. Pause the game. Let's try for that little white glowy. I don't know what it is, but I want it. Oh, how did he hurt me? That's so rude. 55 health taken away from me for nothing. Just because I slammed into his behind the wrong way. I didn't know there was a wrong way until it happened. Alright. Tetras? Tetras are your favorite type of fish? Oh, that's cute. I like tetras. Jam says, happy Enshrouded Tuesday. Is today Tuesday for you? Wait. Where are we at on the date line?
They have...
It can only be Wednesday or Thursday for you, can't it? Yeah. Did this seriously just happen? Did this seriously just happen? Sophia. You put your note in a shovel, Sophia. Okay. All right. What are we going to do? All right. Tetras? Tetras are your favorite type of fish? Oh, that's cute. I like tetras. Jam says, happy Enshrouded Tuesday. Is today Tuesday for you? Wait. Where are we at on the date line?
They have...
It can only be Wednesday or Thursday for you, can't it? I have returned. Welcome back, everybody. Let's watch the downtown Hunrath hologram. I'm so used to pressing spacebar from the last few Mother games that we've been playing. It's the mayor.
Our garden was planted years ago and has supplied plenty of food for many generations. The buildings around town serve multiple purposes.
Do they?
Including housing, schooling, and storage. I'm sure you have run across a number of folks already.
About that.
Many were brought here, like you.
Huh?
And some actually were born here.
Okay.
We all feel we are part of the whole.
Huh. Oh, the whole what? Because your neighborhood looks like a ghost town. And even when it was functional, it looks like a shanty Wild West pioneer town at best. It's not very high to do. A backer reward item, according to the thing. Well, this is pretty. Did somebody design this? It looks like a mushroom and snail lamp. Neat. And somebody's Doge. Sure. So people paid and got their stuff into the game. I guess that's one way to fund a game when you're not sure if you're going to be able to get big studio funding. Yeah, there's a bunch of these that are labeled as such. I guess it lets me know don't pay like incredible attention to this thing because it was just somebody paid to get it in here in the first place. They have labels now. Must have been an update. Honestly, it basically tells me if this is interesting to you, don't worry, it's a red herring. So for a puzzle game to have people's designer stuff in it and say, don't worry, don't pay too much attention to this, that makes me happy. Okay, I get it. We're not supposed to approach the stone soccer balls. Everybody seems to have a warning about it. I just want to pick up things and use them. Can we make pots? Can we pick up these tools and use them as weapons? And oh, is this backgammon? Admittedly, it's a game I never learned how to play. Well, there's another hologram. The tree.
This is the tree.
Yes.
It has been here in Hunrath for as long as anyone can remember.
Hoonrath, the
Its
mayor.
health is intimately tied to everything in our little greenhouse. Cell we live in.
Cell?
Our ecosystem. It has provided many surprises over the years, including some interesting seeds that you will learn more about.
One tree?
Many have postulated, yet we really know very little about its origins. But we do know it should be cherished and protected.
Protected. Where's his accent from? We're on a roof. Your what? Tin roof. Rusted. Okay. Let's pop back off here. So he seems to tell us the tree is worth looking at. You get interesting seeds from this tree, which implies it's not just one type of seed. If it were seeds of the same tree, who would speak out in interest? It's very weird, random stuff in this world. Water tower. Hi. Where's your water go? Straight to the tree? Did we run around the outside of the tree? Is there no way to get to the tree directly? I wish we could parkour. German and Austrian. That sounds appropriate. I could see that being the case. Yeah, I think this is the only way to the tree. It's got some big roots. And yes, the water tower basically directly feeds. Oh, hello. There's an underground area there too. Can we go down there and lower the gate? How do we get down there? Where's the undercarriage? Maybe, can we jump down? Nope. You cannot jump down. Oh, we're facing Mistman woes again. Oops. Do not press spacebar. For me, spacebar is usually my walk in reverse button. So my hand will probably go there and hit a lot of me trying to back up and doing it wrong. Oh, there's a big blue glowy thing. See that? That's new. And there's lasers. Shall we go over there and say hi to the lasers and the blue glowy thing? Oh, our garden. The pride and joy of the mayor. He's not so proud. Backer reward. Did the backers design all these little things? Or did they just pay for something from a list? I wonder. I wish you could loot these. I've been playing too much Enshrouded. Anything that looks like a special plant, I just want to loot. Hi? Can we touch you or will we die? Kind of want to find out. Oh, it feels weird. Oh, yeah. It didn't seem to do a damn thing. So, I guess you can't die in this game. I just remembered something about this game. It's going to make me cackle. Oh, okay. They did. Oh, some more design help than others. They look, I mean, so far everything that's been in the game looks pretty good. There's a water wheel over there. This very much feels like an old Cyan game. The later Cyan games, like Mysts 3 through 5, I don't feel like they were walk around and just like soak in the world. They had immediate story and impactful areas and things to do that solved for puzzles right out of the gate. And this is already just sort of ambient and open and visually narrative. It's more walking sim than puzzle games so far. And that feels like the old Mysts. And I think maybe by 2016, Cyan realized, hey, walking sim is a proper genre of game. And maybe people like to explore and soak in the world like we did back in the old days. Hello? Somebody knocking on the other side? I hear your garbled speech. Hi, buddy. Now. Prison. Oh, I'll help. Tell me what to do. What? Hmm. Yeah? Do I trust you? I don't know. He said, get all the power lines working. Are we friends? Do I trust you? Do I go find more other holographs before I start helping you out? Holograms. Rand with a drawl was definitely a choice. Here's what I prefer, though. That's some actual acting. Give me that over the 3D models they tried in Myst 5. And then, what was the multiplayer one? Yeah, I don't know. I do miss seeing, like, actual actors, even if they're not, like, trained actors, doing the thing. It's got a kind of homebrew sort of feel to it. It's like eating a burger that was barbecued in somebody's backyard versus getting one that was off of a assembly line in a fast food place. There's just kind of a familiarity and a warmth to it. All right, that's quite the churning river. Can we go up this? Yeah. Well, something's powered. He's like, go fix all the power lines, but look, this is clearly running. Oh, it's running off the water. That's the only thing this waterfall is running, is just this little lift. I guess it's doing something. You could probably power other things besides one lift, though. It looks like a pretty good waterfall. Well, looks very flat, actually. Those CGI models are so bad. Yeah, honestly, very cringe. Give me the actual recorded 2-dimensional videos of those people instead any day. They're nice. They're pleasant in their own way. I don't know why I like them. Like, did you see how I was kind of like trying to look to his sides and see just how flat he was? And he's really fucking flat. This game has very, very flat people. And I don't mind. I don't even have nostalgia for the series because I didn't grow up playing the series, but I enjoy watching the flat people. Okay, so you're shooting basically off to nowhere. Can we fix you? Can we move you around? It doesn't seem like you're doing the right thing, whatever it is you're doing. But whatever it is you're doing, I also don't seem to have controls over you. You're just shooting off into nowhere. Okay, well, let's see where that other very high path led to. I want to know what's up here. Yeah, it's interesting. Big blue and big red lasers just shooting off into nowhere. And we tried to walk right into them to see what would happen. You know what this game reminds me of so far? Not even Myst. This game, because we've found like 0 real puzzles so far. It reminds me of the Cyan game, The Manhole, I think. Predates Myst. I played it once at a friend's house. He had an old Apple machine. Oh my, it's so warbly over there. But I want to go and I want to touch everything. There's a thing down there. And there's a music sting. Oh, it's not a music sting. It's a whole warbly, warpy area. Why can't we go out into that? Is this stuff toxic for people? Oh, that only happens when you touch the edge. You back away from the edge and it doesn't do the thing. I want to be there. I don't care how hallucinogenic or lethal it is. It looks prettier than this area. In Myst, Akinar was the torture-happy one. What was his brother's name? Cirrus? Is it Cirrus? The brain is not braining. Yeah. Akinar was Acenar. And he was played by the same guy that played their father, Atris. He played the crazy guy and the dad. Yes, Cirrus. He's just generally malevolent. I think originally in the first Myst, they were both kind of crazy. One was like lawful evil, and the other was chaotic evil. And you had to side with the dad, which is kind of funny, because if a dad raised boys like them, is he really good? I know I've said this a number of times, but I'm still of the mindset that whatever's going on with Atris, he can't have been as good as he claims, as the Myst games seem to claim he is. There's something deeper and more insidious about him. Okay, so this is a dead end with just one switch, which means it's probably important. Flip it. What do we do? Oh, the water's going now. Let it flow. Redirected the water in Hunrath. I'm going to say it like the mayor says it because I'm sure that's important. Okay, the water's flowing down. It's going down there, and it's going down that way. So let's get there and see what the heck new water flow does. Who would close this and why? And what have we done? Did we flood something that shouldn't have even had water in the first place? You have to wonder, is Myst Man, or Myst Woman in this case, you're running around and just touching things that haven't been touched in a long ass time? Are you really making proper choices? Or did somebody set this world up a certain way? Because that's what needed to be. And you're just like, ho-hum, I'll just touch everything. I'm going to fuck with the entire world, not knowing the ramifications of what I do. I already spoke with you. I don't need to speak with you again right now. Can we go in here? And see what's up with the blue laser, perhaps? Hi. Do you do anything? See, there's a little path behind you over there. I just want to get to those stairs one way or the other. Oh, hi. You are disempowered. Damn. Okay. Yeah, in later Myst games, Cirrus was made out to be sort of like power hungry and manipulative in deeper ways than in the first Myst, and Akinar was seen as sort of like misunderstood. Like, yeah, he seemed to be hunter type and didn't have proper empathy for living creatures, but he was also like wanting good things for the world, I guess. Hang on one sec. I got something that died on me over here. Hello? Why you gotta die? Yeah, they made Akanar kind of like chaotic neutral, not evil or good. And they made Cirrus like extra bad. That's just later games though. Oh, except where was the Myst with his sister? The first one with the sister? Was that 4? Then Cirrus had kind of like an understandable arc too. Yeah, I don't know. It's still a big mess. Damn. Yeah, this thing's still messing up. Okay. What do you have to say about the waterfall?
Part of our ecosystem here is our supply of water. It is supplied as a natural process of the system itself, but we don't really understand how. Although the entire system is very closely tied together.
Okay.
The fact that one of the most important necessities of life has been provided to us has led many to believe that this place has a purpose.
Ah.
Others attribute a complex natural process which we one day hope to understand. Either way, we are glad to have all the water we need.
Cool. I don't know if waterfall... Oh, I should close this window over here. Waterfalls are the answer of like, you see it and you think this place has been designed for us. Waterfall's nice and all, but... They completely rewrote Akanar and gave him a redemption arc. Yeah, that's the part that I think is just kind of like... It feels contrived. He was so bad. He was so... what's the word I'm looking for? Just completely without empathy, especially for creatures, animals and stuff. Sadistic. He's a very sadistic creature. For them to make the decision, like, oh, we'll give him a bit of a conscience. Sorry, conscience. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, I know that's not the right term anymore, though. Psychopathic is like an old, predates proper psychology sort of term, so it can be confusing to use. Antisocial spectrum disorder. Let's open this sluice gate, yeah. Boop. Oh. Not gonna do the thing? Damn. Are we missing... Oh, speed, run, speed walk. Let's just run everywhere. I don't want to have to hold shift all the time. Is there something wrong with you? Oh, it did a thing. Oh, I don't know if I did the right thing or if I should leave it. Oh, we'll do the thing. Yeah, now we're just on perma run. I prefer perma run. Okay. What's in here? Or who? What or who? Beep, beep. Okay. This button is not the button to open this door, apparently. But we messed with the gate a skosh. Now that we messed with the gate, can we do the sluice gate button or lever here? No. Still a big no. There's also stuff above, which if we can find our way up there, might be fun. But I don't see our way up there. There's the water. Again. Are we missing something? I feel like the game has led us to this area and talked to us about the waterfall and everything. Like, hey, here's your next objective. But maybe not. Maybe this is all a dead end for the time being until we find something in one of the other paths. There's so many different disparate paths. We haven't done nearly enough exploring of everything yet. We're going all the way down this mine shaft, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's a big dead end for now. Until we can start breaking up all of these landslides and everything. Landslide brought it down. All right. We're going to do Minotaur's Labyrinth rules. And try to hug the right for the most part. And see where the heck we haven't been yet. That's a big dead end, at least for now. That's where we came from. We don't need to go back that way. We know it's a dead end. We haven't been here. Hi, wasp dude. Hello? Talk to me. I just want to make friends. Or have you sting me into oblivion, into abduction. This door opens. Let's see. Oh, is this their hive? That makes me a little wiggy. I do not like hive creating creatures. Even ant nests give me a little bit of wiggins, especially because the ants around here are all Floridian. They're invasive and they have no natural predators that will thin out their herds. And if you get anywhere near the Floridian fire ant hives or nests or whatever, they will sting the crap out of you. And their formic acid is really, really painful, at least for me. And then wasps freak me the fuck out. So we came all this way just to say hi to some glowing rocks that we also cannot do anything with. Neat. Okay. Here's another warbly edge. So, yeah, what's going on here? Are we like in a human crafted part of an otherwise very alien world? And they're like, you can live within this area. We're gonna imprint a very human experience for you, which is like boring rocks and dirt and sand. And the cool world you can't approach because it's actually toxic for you and you will die. You can't survive that terrain, so you can't even go there. It's fine. I don't even want to go. Well, that seems like a big dead end until we can figure out how to get rid of the red rock. I imagine the red laser that's shooting up in the sky is the red rock solution. But for now, let's explore off here to the right because we haven't seen this path yet either. There's got to be a way through to somewhere new. It's just a minecart track to cannot touch land. More purple and blue. It's so pretty out there. I don't like brown. I want to go where it's purple. That's somebody's name. Benjamin Sims, Sarah Hartnell. Sorry to see you guys go. Why do you have a tombstone that was probably erected for somebody else and you've hung new names over the front? That's sus. That feels weird. What are you doing? Why are these names getting attached to the front? There's the guy who probably named the city, Carl Hoonruff. John Farley. Robert Hartnell. There's more down below we didn't see too. Much like with the Myst games, I'm happy to answer any questions if you get sick. Thank you. Appreciate that. There's a Hartnell, another Hartnell, who's actually a Hartnell. Mama Mary, loved by all. John Hartnell, these look like 1800s. Yeah. Beloved husband. Something. Oh, father probably. Grandfather. Something and something. Luther Roscoe. Whose graves are you defiling? Ida Hartnell, probably. You're putting somebody else's name all over the stuff. I just want to leave. Let me touch the purple world. This world is boring. It just looks like Joshua Tree. Not the Joshua Tree. It's boring. It has some interesting stuff. I just don't like arid United States terrains. Margaret Hartnell, Anna Jackson. Can't go that way. It's all these little like sub coves that lead to nothing. Just ways to steal more of my time. Well, I don't know that I've learned what to do next. We've already entered that part of the Myst games where We are lost and confused. I'm not ready to ask for help yet. I just also feel like I haven't learned anything yet. I see all of these switches. There's a bunch of these switches, but there's nothing running the minecarts yet. Growing up in a place a lot like this is more of why I ran off to go hide in the forest. Yeah. I don't find this particular type of terrain, dry and rocky, to be a draw. I think even if you grew up in this, you'd be like, okay, but what else is there? Because this world is kind of like desolate and sad. So we got the lasers, but we can't seem to move them. This seems like... Oh, the guy told us do the power lines. Fix them power lines. Did we ever do this door? I can touch that thing at the right angle. It's like I can touch the bar behind this, but I guess not. Okay, you can actually go that way. Looks like you could actually do stuff with power on the other side of that, but I suppose not. The water doesn't seem to do anything in relation to the power. There's like a big crane thing. There's a power line I can actually reach. It looks dangerous though. Yeah, the guy did talk to us about managing the power lines. So, hello? What does that sound? Wait, what was that sound? Which of those doors is making creaky sounds? Did we go in there? I think we must have. We must have. So, yeah, let's follow the power lines to their various termini and see if there's anything we could do. This terminus is well outside of where we can go. We can see it. We can't do anything there. So let's go to where it's other... Man, where are the stairs? My Myst man is so scared of going up and down terrain. Okay, so here's a terminus at a building. We've been in here already. Yeah, it's had all of these things. Just random stuff lying around. Do I have a flashlight? Damn, I don't think I have a flashlight. Just looks kind of dark right in here. There's a light right there. Oh, it looks like a cave in. Am I going to lose my voice before the end of the stream? I feel like there's a certain amount of projection I have to hit in order for my voice to do what it is supposed to do. And if I talk a little bit too quietly, my voice starts to sound like it is dying. I'm not really appreciative. Yeah, we can't move these. Okay, well, that's more power lineage, but I don't know what to do in that building. Is there, more power lines over on this side or nah? There's that. So, pardon me, blue laser. There's this power line right here. It stops at this house. Up above. Lurk, I need to go lie down for a bit. Thank you for the lurk support. Get some doggy cuddles, and I hope you feel better. Maybe we talk to our friend and he tells us next steps, because I'm a little bit in the dark as to exactly what to do next. Hey, friend. Boop. Hey, friend. Give me a hint. No. You get that Carfin power turned on? Will that work on my part here? Yeah. No, okay. Ain't got no time for handhold it. So you need power to your place This is where you live. You're asking for power. Your power line goes that way. So I go this way. And we started the power at the waterfall there. Your thingy goes there, then it goes up there, then it goes over. And I can't see. I can't see beyond that. So I messed with this, and then I tried to go farther. What if this door doesn't open until you shift this back? And I messed this up when I came over and touched it. Let's touch it again. Now it's like that. Now, is you powered? Damn. That wasn't the answer to open this door. Okay. Well, now it looks like the water's flowing through on the other side properly. It's only one of the two orientations. Is that right? No, there's also this orientation. I'm so confused. I am confusion. How do I know when you have power? Well, let's try that door again. It's the only thing that's like by here that we haven't... oh, plus that lever though too. That wasn't a door opener thing. But maybe... Maybe... Up. There it goes. There it goes. We just didn't mess with it enough. That's all. All right, let's go to the other side. Hell yeah. Ooh, trees. There's something here. Buffery. Wait, you're buffering? Uh-oh. Hit Control F5 if you need to. Oh, it's so pretty on this side. There's actual more greenery and stuff happening. But we're trying to follow the electricity. We got to get this guy some power. Assuming we trust this guy. Are you dying or is it me? Let me check. Let me check. It's not you, it's me. It's me. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I'm getting a lot of bad signal right now. Let me see if what I can do to fix this. Drop frames is a lot, and I don't know why. But it's bad. It's real bad. What can I do to fix this? Let's turn some stuff off and see if we fix anything. Fixing all the things. Don't you want me to stream? What is going on? Close this. Definitely close this. We'll leave this open. Phones don't have control or F5. Oh, you're watching on phone. Yeah, there's something on my end. It's dropping lots and lots of frames. And I'm trying to fix anything. Frames per second seems good. CPU seems fine. But my baud rate looks really, really shitty. And I don't understand why. Let's see. I forgot I'm in QWERTY. My download's fine. Upload is really, really bad. Why is my upload so bad? What is going on? What did I do? What did I do to deserve this upload? Something is really, really, really foobar with my upload speed. What's Oz uploading? I blame Oz. What could possibly be changing our upload speed so bad? I have a gig upload. It seems to have resolved right now. I hope so. My drop frame still looks dangerous. My baud rate still looks dangerous. What could possibly be going wrong? Why is this happening to me? Give me a sec. Let me try to figure this out. Because this is the worst stream I've had in like a long time. And I don't know why. God, I can't type in QWERTY though. Yeah, I'm just looking at really, really bad stats for some reason. Like the worst possible thing going wrong. Guess there's an internal speed test I can be doing. Let's see what's going on. I have AT&T. What's the problem with AT&T? Broadband up. Seems like there's not a problem there. Where's your speed test? What happened? Speed seems to be going really, really poorly. Lots of drop frames, really low upload. And I don't know why. Is anybody also watching Oz in another tab? Is at least her stream going okay? Let's do diagnostics. There's speed test. Device code. I hate you so much. I don't remember my device code. For the moment, at least, it's going okay. If I were... Damn. What is the code for this? Vault is locked. Do I have this saved anywhere? I hope I do. Give me the password for this thing. Oh, damn. Mess with that later. Mess with that later too. Router. Damn. What's my router password? Fill it with a generated password? No. 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 I can't mess with that right now. I have no idea. My download is like normal. Not a problem. Regular fiber. But we also pay for upload. Well, sort of regular fiber. Pay for a gig, and download right now is like in the high 700s, low 800s. That's not terrific. Maybe there's a ghost. But my upload. Wait, is this my upload now? Out of nowhere, it went up into the 800s. Last I checked, it was like 20 megabaud. Like really, really tanked. Now it looks like everything's fine again. What was uploading? Who was uploading what? Somebody go bug Oz and be like, hey, stop all the uploading. Now it seems like everything's fine. Drop frames is fine. Bot is fine. Let's go back to the game again. Yo, that was crazy. I have no idea. I was entering a new area too, so I really didn't want to mess with this. I really wanted the world that we're coming into to be like, hey, cool, we finally passed that propeller gate. Let's see this world with no lag, no buffering, no craziness. Thanks, AT&T. Thanks for finding your shit and putting it in a bag and getting it together again. Okay, the water is flowing. The monarchs are happy. We got a fishing rod and a little bit of wood there, I guess. That's fine. More hanging clothes. I guess everybody gets dirty around here. I mean, it is full of like rocks and dirt, so I don't blame you for washing your... Oh, yeah, you wash your clothes the old school way. Wash your clothes and hang them out to dry. That's a backer reward item. Imagine paying money And what you get is a milk jug in a game that some people played. How many people do you think played Abduction? Do you think it was worth spending money to get a milk jug in a game that very few people play? I'm sorry, I don't mean to shed on other people's dreams. I too spent money to back a game that didn't really get traction. So I've been there. Vaporware actually is what I got into. Okay, we need to get this down. That looks like stairs. And it looks like we're going to have to figure out how to get the stairs down. People chose what they wanted. I know. And I'm, you know, here I am pandering for money, doing this as my business, saying, hey, if you want to support my family, do all the things that you do to support streamers. And then I go and make fun of other people for spending money on the internet. It's conflict of interest. I get it. Myst man can do, sorry, Myst lady can do some things and get up, partially up some rocks with a little bit of love and chutzpah. It's very nice around here. That's for sure. And we're still following the power lines. So we're doing something right. Lots of catwalks. This looks fun. Is this a way to generate power? Because it looks like it. You just sit in. This is not a thing to sit in. There's only one rideable portion. Because these don't look rideable. But this guy does. You just get right on there. And yeah, can we get right on there? I just want to ride the motorcycle. It's so cute. It's like a hamster wheel. Well, all right. So, here's a boat. We got a fishing rod upstream a little bit. Here's our boat. We could actually enjoy this river. Now, where are we versus everything else? We saw that before. Yeah, it's all very nothing's moving. But I want things to move. So there's nothing blocking the water going through there. But there are a lot of these corrugated metal fences. Basically parts of the game that say you shall not pass. Okay, so Homeboy needs power and his power line is this one. It looks like that's going forward to that big thing over there. We're just going to check out what's over here to the right first. And what is up top here? This is the thing that spins. It's like a big lodestone. Oh my, you can climb in here. Oh my. There's blue. The world is not all just brown and green. I'm sorry, I'm so biased against the colors of nature. I just am really not a fan of browns. Whoa. Well, I can kind of see the whole layout of everything down there. There's a lot going on in this area. It feels big, but it also feels small, which I appreciate. I was just complaining about Enshrouded being, the new stuff being too big, too devoid of content. This is not devoid. It's interesting every turn and twist of the way. Is there anything over here we need to see? Or is this just a continuation of the catwalk? Yeah, okay. And then up this little guy. What do we have? Hello? Damn. There's so many people I want to visit. Do all of you, are there people actually living here besides the one guy that's trying to leave? And you all just leave your doors locked or what's going on? Oh my. That's a power cable if I ever saw one. Where is this power cable going? Straight through into this thing. Who wants it? CW? That's who we met. We met CW. But I want a power. I don't trust CW. I trust Farley. I like the way Farley talks. Can we power Farley? Garage, ramp, scrap, tunnels, sphere, tower. This is the big juice. The big stuff. Where does big juice come from? Big juice comes from danger. Hi. Oh, hello. There's so much going on here. Fuel is empty, first of all. That's not great. Can we turn the fuel on? Boop. Fuel drain. Nothing's happening. Start. Oh, prime. Then start. Nothing. It's not doing the thing. It's the story of my life. Can't get things to start. Okay, let's figure you out. You've got this big red pipeline. Is that supposed to lead to gas, perhaps? Perhaps. Can we climb up this? Damn. What is this brick building? What is going on here? Things get like teleported in from other worlds, perhaps? It's kind of what it looks like. Parts of worlds that we can use. Is that beer? Can we just drink? Not worry about this. Just a part of a brick building with oil drums and art. Somebody's backer reward. At least they made art. We'll leave this space just for a bit and see what's on the backside of all this. Might be something interesting. Maybe a shortcut. If we can... hello? Oh. Secret stuff. I don't know what this needs, so we're not going to mess with it right now. We're getting really lost, though. Way in the weeds. Here's more. Oh, look at this. There's all these things I want to touch on the other side of this area that I cannot cross. I just wish my little Myst person could pierce that veil. Wouldn't that be nice? Why can I get all the way over here to a complete dead end? I can't cross this. What are those? And why can't we touch them? Are they sentient? That's fine. More just soaking in the world, I suppose. All right, so that's a lot of something. Where would those cables normally go if this thing were attached to the world? We hear some weird ambient noises coming from there. This also gets power. But we don't know the code, so I'm not going to want to power that. All right, we're back to the backside of the brick building. Are all these buoys generating power somehow? A lot of floating. Train yard is pretty cool, but that also doesn't look like it's attached to anything else. This weird tower, I thought maybe it powered something, but I don't think power runs to it at all. No. There's a little red something. Where's the little red guy go? Red guy goes from this weird radio tower. It's its own little power source going up there. I don't know if that's power or comms or something. And red is up there to that like vertical monorail or something, whatever that is. Something's going on up there. Okay, let's check the other trains. Can we get in here? Are you not into trains? I actually literally cannot enter the trains. We can't climb anything. Myst Girl is like, nope. It's mildly inconvenient for me to even possibly try to climb. Okay. Thank God. One of them has a ramp. We can actually get up something. And this one is just full of oil drums. Hi. Who are you? Nice. What does it say? Lost 004. Is that a backer item? Doesn't say backer item. Oh, it is. Did somebody actually put their own face in the game? That's literally what this whole thing is for. Just to see a backer item. Can't climb in there. Okay. All right. So red. Red seems to stop randomly. We can't even jump off that little bit of a lip. And then there's a different type of pipe. The touch is red. Oh, you can climb up and down this. Where does this go and what does this do? Let's follow the sources to things. This is gas, right? It is. It is. Okay, so that thing that we were looking at probably generates power, needs some gas. What I think is happening is a whole bunch of different worlds and eras all got teleported in to the same one area of this planet, and we got to get them all working together again. Now that's the working theory, because that's what Farley was saying. Like, everybody saw this light and then teleported into this mutually shared world. What's going on over on this side? So it's like a bunch of eras all commingling. Ericston next left. Doubt it. Riggsville. Does this work? Oh, it looks like it does. We're going to have to figure this out. So many little puzzles that we're going to eventually find the pieces to, I assume. Okay, so let's not mess with National Gas Company, shall we? We're going to kick up some... Oh, what's going on inside there? That looks really advanced. Whatever that is. We'll come back for you. I promise. Okay, let's crank the crank. A lot of cranking. That means we run back here. We divert the gas, or the gas is already diverted, I suppose. And we start up this beast. You're the one that's going to generate power. 440 volts. Are you, is this proper diverted? There it is. Up is empty. Down is, oh, I don't know. Oh, fuel drain. Oh, crap. We don't want to do that. We didn't want to fuel drain. Hang on. We'll come back. Did we mess this up? We have it going in the wrong direction. There's a ramp over here. Crank the crank again. Let's do this right. Cranky crank. Yeah. Give us your sweet, sweet petrol. I hear burbling. Are these pipes underneath my feet doing a burble? I don't see the gas or the fuel actually filling. Was this thing not supposed to be up? Oh, right. The red blocks the area. Red blocks fuel drain. And then it should be filling up. And I toggled it. And it drained out. And then I left it on drain. It's a little bit confusing. But I also don't mess with gauges a whole heck of a lot. Anything fun over here? Just want to see what there is to see. Not much. Just more world build. Hi, we're back. All right, we're spinning. Spin, spin, spin. All right, you're doing the spin. You should be filling gas. This is the power cable. Filling gas. The diverter for the drain is not there. Fuel says full. Thing says on. Prime. Oh, it's priming something. You see, there's like a weird thing filling up there. It's filling. I don't know what we're priming. I've never primed anything that filled like that. Okay, start. Start. We have to hold it. There it goes. There it goes. All right, now let's follow the power line. Something's working. Oh, Lord, there's power everywhere. So much power. Let's go say hi to Farley first. Because I feel like we need to go. We're going to go to our roots. She said something that made me feel weird about CW. And so I feel weird about going to CW first. I want to go say hi to Farley first. Wait, how about the orb? The sphere also looks like it's now powered. Do we spin the sphere? It's got a little button right here. Whoa. There it goes. Can we climb in? Climb in. What does this do? Anything? There's an up from there. Maybe not. Maybe you can't actually get up there. Did I just spin this like a wee tiny bit for no good reason? Or can you spin this eventually to orient it to something important? That's a good question. We did not do that, whatever we did. At least we have power. Hopefully it stays just power. We don't have to keep adding more gas. Let's do it again. I'm going to do this a couple times. I really want to go see Farley first. All right. Now what are you oriented at? Nothing exciting there. What at this altitude is there to connect to? Nothing, right? There's got to be a reason you can spin this, though. We'll mess with it. We'll mess with it later. First, Farley. Why don't I trust CW? Because I played the Myst games. CW seems like the sort of person you just don't trust. For some reason. He's trying to leave. He feels upset. Wait, how do you lower that? Is there a button to lower that? We have power now. Maybe it's the lever over here. Are you a lower stairs lever? Damn, you're not. Okay, bye. Farley. All right, the lasers are still doing the weird thing. By the way, if I start to get like sleepy, slurry, running into walls, today was a long day. Some of you already know what I was up to today. Expending more energy than I usually do. My sedentary lifestyle sometimes leads me to spend months not doing much physically. But today I was physically active. And now I'm feeling it. Feeling the sleepies. Okay. Are you now powered? Can I get in to the Farley residence? I see lights and stuff. Is there... So, we powered the place. Doesn't seem to be like anything worthwhile. That's a shame. I thought maybe with power, we could choose where we wanted to engage. Have anything else to say to me? I have the same thing.
I'm Farley. I guess if you're seeing this, then I wasn't able. Just in case. Welcome. But it's probably not safe here. To be blunt, we're getting ready for a battle. I don't know what you'll find. I I just thought I should just be cautious with who you trust. CW may be here. I don't know. Just be careful. I've got to go. See you soon. And don't panic. As jarring as this experience is, you really will find Hunter out to be a decent price.
Hearing her a second time, maybe she sounded like there's a battle here, but at least you have CW. So maybe he's actually a stand-up guy. Even though I get some mild distrust vibes. Let's go say hi to CW again. He's really the only person that's really given us a time of day. We don't know where anybody else is. Hey, CW. We did the thing. Did the thing you asked. Bimo. Hello? Yeah, I did. Until, or, yeah. Do I? Yeah. Carvin. Mofang. Mm-hmm. What do I do? Teach me your ways. Yeah, what about the red beam? Oh, bye. What about it? The red beam. Scarlet. The red beam. Okay, we'll go back to the red beam. What happened to the music? Music went super weird there for a second. Lift. Lift me. Wait, does this not work anymore? Huh. Oh, right. No waterfall. Can we change that anymore? Or are we trapped? Without the waterfall. Why is the music so weird? What do we do? How do we affect the waterfall? I felt like we needed to be up there to fix the waterfall in the first place. But now with the waterfall not flowing through the turbine, there's no way. Is there no way up there? Looks like there's that way somehow. We got lights there. We've got that. Oh, can we go in here now? Because you're powered? Hell yeah. Okay. We're making it work. Figure out other ways around here. Who needs a waterfall when we've got... Oh, there's more recordings. We got to figure out our way to the red beam. But first we're going to say hi to... What are you? Are you not a recording? I can... Hello? Oh, it's a reward item. Damn, I thought it was something I was going to pick up as inventory. Mayor's Imager requests. These are places where they want an imager. Membrane is what they call the wall. Welcome to the power generator, scrapyard garage. Interesting. What does this say? Ambassador seed swap machine functionality. It's the ambassador machine. Or ambassador seed. Radius of swap sphere. Swap sphere is defined at first swap, immutable. Seeds recharge naturally from ubiquitous ambient membrane power radiation. This feels like I'm playing Hylix all over again. I don't know what these words mean. Tied to tree health. Forcing seed open triggers prep behavior, radius demarcation. Small battery added to amplify ambient membrane power, charges continuously. Parabolic focusing of power used to trigger seed swap behavior. Locking location of swap machines assures predictability, no unanticipated damage. Radius demarcation also occurs at same location in destination sphere. Destination sphere. Without a pair seed defining the destination swap location, the destination coordinates match the source. Seems like teleportation. Voila. Swapping on demand. Okay. Sure. What is this? Oh boy. More raining. The Mofang solid volume projector. Dimensional projector produces apparently solid apparitions with light, volume, and some sort of simulated mass. Ruko says all projectors will have similar power levels and communication protocols. There appear to be three primary elements. Projector element, beam emission provides the primary light and energy source. Control arms, some kind of control of the beam in 3 dimensions. Color variable and mass invariable. Communications arms, internal comm signals supplied across gap to projection arms. Okay, some schemata. We'll use 7-volt communications level as carrier voltage. Varying the voltage around that baseline voltage produces solid-like volume boxes in various colors formed from bottom to top, left to right. That's weird. The Mofangs have tuned the retrace timing to 30 hertz for us. Mighty kind of them. What are the Mofangs? For a full 3D resolution of approximately blah, blah, blah. The converter would be required to adjust the voltage about every 3 nanoseconds. I don't have an abundance of circuitry to build converters running at 333 megahertz for still projections. Rocks. The refresh doesn't matter. The display is persistent until or unless the voltage varies from 7 volts. I can produce the projection from still image and set the voltage to 7 to maintain it. Less than 0.8 volts results in clear, open, massless display space. Of course, there's more. This is a lot. Notes. Sound will be handled separately. Some projection noise, slight shimmer from radio interference, moving image corruption, noise toward projection, bottom of projection. We've seen that already. Images above projection arm bounds are possible. Checking for potential hidden lethality, Mayer's suggestion. Checks out. Can't find anything destructive. Consistent, spurious, very high frequency background carrier. No idea what that could be. Odd side effect. Projection intersecting any part of cell wall suppresses all transport. Not sure why I tried this. Farley claims it's related to some desire of mine to shoot everything at everything else. Nice. Okay. That tells us something about how these projectors work. This one's projecting a rock. What does this one do? Or what is this? This a swapper? Hi. Oh, this is like a model of one of them, maybe? Is this what the big thingy is? The big sphere? It's a big version of one of these. What's this do? I want to push the button. Wait. Oh, you can get to the other side of this. Mofang Disabler. Villain technology. Notes from Aprar. This is lovely to read. This is great copy. Designed to disable anything based on Mofang technology. Disables when blue beam / cloud is within about 1.5 feet of any Mofang device element. Elements physically collapse. This seems like we're choosing between red and blue, right? Do we use the Mofang powers or do we use the disabler powers? Elements physically collapse, reassemble is possible but non-trivial. Oprar assures me that it's not harmful. Still not pointing it at my head. Ruko has not been told that the V-lanes provided it. Who are the V-lanes? They sound like villains to me. Can we go over there to that side? Because if this feels like... What the hell is this big blue thing? Here we go. I can see it, the other stuff easier too. CW, please change Farley's lock code to secure the vault. Her address backwards should suffice. We need to go find her address and find the vault. Regards, Joseph Jensen, Mayor Jensen. Lockdown list. Lock tree gate. Lock Farley's. Okay, there's a lot of... Oh, geez. Do we have to really do all this? Lift minecart into workroom. Shut garage door. Are we really doing all these things? That's a lot of things. Boop.
All right, now move around just a bit. This is odd. Why are you so nervous? This is just it.
Okay, now what? Okay, that's enough.
Caroline, I swear you are a natural.
Where did you get these anyway? Are the Mustangs just giving you stuff now?
Being generous of late. Not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth.
So are CW and Caroline from like Pine or Wild West times? I feel like they've got a look about them. Well, it looks like we can get up on the railways and sort of walk around up above. Is this a barbecue? Ah, damn, there's electronics inside here. I was looking for a barbecue. Battery capacitor log. Work begins on battery. Power test for charging and focal element measured 19% absorption. This is a lot of lore. Topped off charge a whole bunch of times. All focal panels built. Neat. Cool. Great. Good. Do the thing. I don't know why we just did the thing, but we did the thing, and we're closing this back up. We did a thing. We're maybe charging a battery or something. I don't know why we did what we did. We're just going to touch things and hope that we can untouch them if we need to untouch them. I do want to go to that red emitter, but first I'm kind of curious what's going on over down this way if we just keep walking the rails. Can we see anything fun? Or should we go straight to helping out? Oh, can't go that way, I guess. There's rails. I could just walk on them. But of course, Myst Lady's not about that. Hardnell Mining Co. Should we turn this on? Water's on. Great. We're draining the water tower for I don't know why, but it's happening. We're just making all sorts of bad decisions right now. Changing all the things for who knows why. Can we adjust you? You are too high up to adjust. You're just going to be where you are. Okay. Where's the red guy? Red emitter is below me. How do I get down there from where I am? There might not be a way. Crap. We learned a lot of lore from being here. But I don't see the way to mess with red like he wanted me to. The guy said, do the red laser. But now I don't know how to get over there. Let me talk to you again. Will you give me a hint? What you doing in there? Lots of tappy tappy. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Get through the wall. Disable the red beam, which is shooting the wall. It's making the wall happen. So we need the water again, or a different type of power system. We did start charging a battery in the place we just climbed. Is that going to power this thing too? Save the game. Can I? Let's see if that's a thing I could do. Guess what? I can't. But I do recognize that that also means hello. So, hi, Stuart. That's good. This has still no power. And I don't know how to make that thing do the thing. So I want to get up there because that's where the red thingy is. And I need to power this. And this thing is powered by the waterfall. And the waterfall's not doing the waterfall anymore. Because I switched it off. Did I not switch it off up there, though? God, I'm already forgetting what the fuck I even did in the game that I'm actively playing. Literally the only game I've been playing tonight. And I'm like, how did I toggle the waterfall? How are you doing? I'm doing. I have some stuff I may be talking to you about on Wednesday. I'm not gonna talk to you right now. It's secret. I'm gonna wet your palate. That sounds dirty. How do we get back up there? Maybe there's an alternate way to getting up there. Maybe if we take the railway up. Yeah, that's the gate. But we were like up at the gate to fix the gate, weren't we? Anything exciting in your world, Stuart? Oh, just want to lick it all up. Okay, sorry if that hurt your eyes. Yeah, this stuff is in the way of the rail. Yeah? So we need to move that somehow, I think. So can we find a way to power those minecart thingies? Do we actually need to do like this checklist of things? Because these guys are like in the way of me getting over there through an alternate route. It kind of looks to be. But I also don't have a... There's another one of these things. There's nothing you can interact with on these carts, right? To just get them rolling. So we would need to make them move somehow. There isn't a power button here for carts, is there? Maybe not. We can go to the tree that's now watered. That is a new thing that we did. We started watering a tree and we haven't gone over to observe the tree area. Because this whole area was newly powered. I don't know that it necessarily gets us to the red. But it gets us started. Not much going on other than printing another ordered statue. Nice. Just finished Invincible until the new season comes out. How are you enjoying that? Can we just sit and play backgammon? I'm at such a loss as to what to do next. Okay. You are watered. Is this place now properly powered? Can we like go through doors that were previously locked? Damn. Not so much there. Is this door? I added water. Please respond. Can't seem to do anything below. We also don't know how to get below. We did learn about Farley's address being a code. We could mess with that. That might be the answer to that other place we found completely on the other side of all of this. I'm tired just walking around. What's your address? Remind me of the address. Farley, 1436. So, you've not learned all the things you need to progress. Oh, good. Good for me. Just going to where am I going to type this in your chat? 6341. So maybe we can go around. There was one place that had a thinger. Where do we go to go around to that key, that pin? There's probably not a lot of walking to do in this game, and I'm just playing it wrong. All right, there's that door too. I haven't messed with that door since we got power to work. But then if we go there, we close this door. Oh yeah, this thing's still up too. We tried to get it down, but the thing that we tried didn't work. I really like this area better. This feels like the good part of the world. The other half feels like not so good. Can we spin you one more time? Spin. All right, if I were a secret vault, which door would I be? I just wanted to try that door. I know that didn't have a pin to it. The pin door is through the brick room. Sounds like that might be right. Through the brick room, out the other side. And like through a mine shaft. That mine shaft, perhaps. This looks powered. Also, I see stuff on the other side. 6, 3, 4, 1. Yay! Something worked in the game. Thank goodness. Something worked. Are we in Farley Land? Is this a shortcut to between the two worlds again? That would be nice. We had 2 different ways to get through. Hi, new stuff. Backer reward. Aw, my brother, small and nice, sings constantly, as noisy as a rock concert. If only he would be quiet. Okay. There's all this. There's a lot going on here. 1 seed pair. Oh, those are the seeds. Oh, the seed pairs are what take us from our human world and times and mix us up all here, right? 2, find planets with similar atmospheres, like Earth and Sophia, Soria, which is where the Mofang live. And then there's some place here called Heart. 3, do the swap. 4, tree from seed, perhaps. Where's the 5? There's no 5. That's it. So here are 4 worlds that look like they're all connected to Heart. Earth is, well, those are the same color. So is that Earth? And is this Soria? And then there's a green and blue here too. Heart connected. Path open only when mature. Mature. Heart superposition. That sounds very quantum mechanical. 4 species have met. The Mofang, the humans, and then some others. What happens at fruition? Swap where? Home when? May be dead? More seed pairs scattered throughout the universe? Why scattering? It's a good question. More questions. Not more answers for me, just more questions. Oh my, there's all this stuff too. There's a lot of scary looking pictures there. None of them look happy. Not a one. No happy. And all those pictures, no happy. Hi, Bear. Backer reward, of course. Oh, can we listen to you? Play. God, imagine if you're like younger than a millennial And you're like, what the fuck do these buttons do? Good thing there's no record button. Oh, I think we need to rewind. Let's back this all the way up. You hit record and you just record over the whole message. This is a blank tape. Okay, we recorded or rewound all the way.
Well, I feel like I should say something. We haven't heard from
You are my dad.
Hey,
You're my
hey.
dad. Woogie, woogie, woogie.
All right, we're listening to the tape.
So we assume that Shavar, well, the attack is inevitable. We just don't know when.
Oz, I hate it.
So Shavar and her family, and others she trusts, I guess. Well, they'll arrive when they can, without giving, like covertly. So the plan will happen. In spite of our, we're locking down as much as possible here and moving everybody out. CW will stay here, and I'll go to Murray at the last possible moment.
Where's Murray?
Most are gone. There's just a few left here now. The mayor got out early. I don't even know why I'm recording this. It's like somehow we'll live on or something. I guess this has meaning if someone listens, but who? A new one? A new arriver. Oh, God, the kiosk out front. I need to update that message.
Just ran back here to turn this one off. Is that it? I think that's it. Eject. Can I take this with me? I'm gonna take this. It's gonna live on. It's gonna live on with me. Wait. Don't put it back in. Okay. Sure. I guess we can set that back down. Yeah, the time change is literally bullshit. It's bullshit. At some point when I was young, I think somebody told me, oh, we keep the time change for farmers and agriculture. They need different hours of sunlight than the rest of us do. It's more important to them. And then I looked it up later on in life because I was like, wait, shouldn't farmers just do what farmers do? Like, would they even look at a clock, or would they just literally set an alarm and change it based on when the sun comes up and just take care of the household needs, the farm's needs, the animals' needs, and not worry about what time the clock says? They have a job, and that job follows nature more than anything else. Shouldn't follow anything else. So I looked it up, and it's not them. I said this just yesterday, but I'll say it again because the world needs to know. The US has weird, stupid time change rules because event centers and resorts and sporting venues all want more daylight for daylight appropriate spending. If they found that their clientele spends more money when it's sunny, they want the clocks to change throughout the year so that you get the most sun and they make the most money. And fuck whatever happens to you in your domestic life. Forget the fact that time changes mess with elderly and sick and kids and make you have adverse health situations in certain people, and just really, really troubling, more problems than anything that actually benefits. They're doing it for them. The time change is to make more money, and who cares what happens to you? Anyway, welcome to Hunrath. Please give us a bit of information about you so we can get to know you a little better. Oh, it's like it's a guest book. Name, date you came from. Please use 4-digit year. Where you came from, country and city. Circumstance under which you were taken. Please note any dangers you noticed. Oh, God. Emptied and filed 12,000 AH, 13,000 AH. What are these? 15,000 AH. Samuel Karen. This is a lot. This is going to be a lot. January 2017. Oh, hang on. I've looked into it. If we do manage to get them to stop swapping clocks, standard time will work out better than daylight time. I kind of figure just on like a global trade sort of thing, I've seen places that have changed their time standard for better trade relations. And the US, being a large country, spans, a good chunk of the Western Hemisphere. I would imagine the world would kind of want to look at which one's longitudinal angles, and be able to make various predictions based on where in the US they're dealing with for imports, exports, or whatever else, and just be able to calculate things on a very regular sort of system. DST would be off, especially for our neighbors to the north and south. And if a company deals with us and Canada, or us and South America or Central, don't they want some consistency? Wouldn't you? I think I would. Why not just do standard everything almost everywhere? I know there's some other place. It's not just the US that messes with DST. It's not just the US that messes with weird time zones and stuff. There's even time zones that go at the half hour compared to everybody else. Just because they really hate good trade relations, I guess. Well, plus, I guess the counter argument to that is you could just codify it in a computer and say whatever the hell that nation wants. We just put it in a registrar. They change their rules at some point in the future. We update the registrar. It's easy peasy. Not a big deal. But it does affect the people who live and work there. Yeah. All right. Samuel. January 2017. So that was pretty recent, I guess. Wasn't this in the future compared to the when the game was released? He came from Manakara, Madagascar. I had just arrived and was driving my supply truck along the coast south of Manakara when I recall being washed away and the seat appeared. Oh my. And this happened in some AH year. He's a 61-year-old male. Uziel. Actually, that's interesting. That's a name I've only heard once before in my life. If you've ever heard of the weapon, the Uzi, for those of you that play first-person shooters, I'm sure you know what an Uzi is. The guy who created the Uzi is named Uziel. Uzi is his nickname, but he's actually like an engineer, or he was. I don't know. He's probably dead now, but he was an engineer, and he engineered stuff like guns. And the Uzi was one of his guns named after his first name. It's kind of weird. Uziel Regenbogen, 1942 in Lübeck, Germany. Last thing I recall is a large rumbling while I was hiding in the cellar of a vacant building. Yikes. I ran toward a bright light in a stairwell. Hoocha, hoocha, hoocha. He's here. Later than the other guy, even though he came from earlier in time. Male, and he's only 26 years old. Most of the world swaps for DST at this point. Do they? Really? Oh, sucks to be all of them. But you'd end up with people spending half their workdays in the dark in the winter who don't now. Or you just go to work. I don't know. Work can change. 'Do you really have to have the same schedule if throughout the year, sometimes it's like super dark? Or would you change your work? Maybe people prefer to be, I don't know. To me, it just makes sense to not have DS2. I would rather, like, winter is darker in my brain, period. So if you fuck with the clocks and make it so I wake up with the sun even during winter, I feel like I've lost the plot. I've lost the seasons properly. Like if 6 a.m. in the summer is bright and 6 a.m. in the winter is dark, that just makes natural sense. I think I'm doing something right with my body. And if you fuck with that, I think you've messed up my circadian rhythm, my clocks, my understanding of the world. I'm getting more and more separated from the world than I already am. And I already am. I'm already really messed up. So, don't make it worse. DST is the artificial one. Right. Standard is the one that actually works best. Yeah, I agree. Good. I'm glad everybody's feeding their pets and plants and everything. Okay, let's move on. Who else is in there's really so few people in this book. Maria Gallego, 1988. So back in the future from the other guy again. Cozumel, Mexico. Is there really not that many people in this little town? Cozumel, Mexico. On My Boat and Bad Storm. Female 46. And then, this is hard to read. Jang Tiu Yu. I don't know. Tiu. I see that. My brain says Mandarin, but the first name is definitely not a Mandarin word. Because Jaing is not a Mandarin sound. But Tiu Yu sounds like... Tiu Yu is the word for armadillo. Unless it's different tones and it's a word I don't know. But all the way up in 2042, it would be funny if his name is Armadillo. But then his first name would be Jaing if it was actually a Mandarin name. March of 2042, Portland, United States of America. Skiing in Mount Hood. I've been to Mount Hood. And then another timestamp. Male 37. Cool. Interesting. Very interesting. Welcome. Hi, thanks for having me. What's this little guy? Another backer reward. A lot of people have put pictures in of something, someone. What's this do? It's slides. Oh, cool. Oh, it's a map. Oh, we want this. Actually, we really want this. Can we just take a quick just gonna take a quick screenshot of this while we're here. Wait, where's my screen? Oh, my screenshot button is different because I'm using QWERTY. I'm just gonna do a little thing right here and nab a screenshot of that bad boy. Yeah. Sometimes you feel like a nut. I have no idea why I just said that. Let me put this over here. We can reference this later. We need it. So what we do know is the Entry Canyon. That's where we came down. Cemetery. There's Farley's. There's the town. There's the battery, which we, I think, charged up. The shop. There's CW's. The water source. We need to somehow get back up to the red emitter, but the falls don't do the thing anymore, and I don't even know how to get back up there again. The wall. There seems like a way through the wall from the tower. We just haven't figured that out just yet. Oh, we did, but the stairs aren't down. There's the tree. We haven't figured out how to get in there yet. There's an underground way in there, and we don't know much about that. Farley's does have a secret way through the wall, which we've gone through. The lake, that thing has is called a bleeder, and it looks like it also has a way out of... Actually, look at this. Are all these little green stains ways out of the world into the blue and purple world? The way I want to be, the place I want to be. This little forest is called Forest, but in a different language. Bosque. The river, there's supplies and fuel. There's the rail yard. Scrapyard, which Scrapyard and Plateau seem like they're out of reach. Unless they're not. But yeah, it looks like there's a few different ways that have been marked with green. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, yeah, you can take pictures of everything. I just take an in-game screenshot of that. Forgot about that. So that's a thing. What does this do? Hello? Pull down. Pull down. 15, it seemed to say. What does 15 mean? Why is that there? What does it mean? I always wanted one of these little green lamps, but I have no idea why. They don't actually... I don't understand why green. It's not necessarily good for the eyes. Okay. There's a lot to learn. We're going to learn it right here in this... This one house is like lore dump house forever. But I suppose that's just like the original Myst too, right? You make it to the library and it's like, all right, you're going to stay here and you're going to learn everything all at once. I shall document the curious events that have transpired with myself, my family, friends, and coworkers. Hartnell was a peaceful mining town founded by my grandfather and nestled within the red rock of the desert in the Arizona territory, not far from Utah. Its 163 inhabitants heard a mighty explosion on the night of June 27th, 1903. Interessante. I sent several workers through the town to verify that the explosion had not caused any injuries or damage to mining equipment. They returned and reported that it must have been a loud clap of thunder caused by dry lightning, for they found no damage. It was not until the light of the next morning that we were amazed to realize something profound had indeed occurred. At some point during that night, our entire mining facility and a large circle of the land around it seemed to have been scooped up and carried off in a completely different place, or to a completely different place, all without anyone knowing about it.
You stop kissing everything.
Welcome. Hi, Oz. Hi, Raiders. You goblin army, you sassy vixens, welcome on in. We're playing a game made by the makers of Myst called Abduction. And if you're not already showing love to the streamer of Oz, I'm going to attempt to shout her out while typing in QWERTY, which is kind of working. Yeah. Did I do it?
Ow, ow, ow.
It's K. That is
Stick
our...
your paws there, that hurts. Ow!
That is our cat. It's a cat. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Yeah, that's K. Star of the show. Welcome on in. We're absorbing lore at the moment, which if you played any Myst game, there's always a part of the world, part of the time of you playing near the beginning, and we're near the beginning, where you learn lore, get all the lore. So we're getting all the lore. Here's what we're doing. It's lore dump. The entire landscape outside of our circle of desert could only be described as alien. Large floating rocks could be seen in the distance. No one had ever seen anything like it anywhere on Earth. We fully explored our new surroundings, hoping to find a way home. No way home was ever found. In fact, we soon discovered what we take for granted now. Not only could we not get back home, we also could not access the landscape outside the desert. Curiously, we discovered that a flow of water was provided from a high point of rock, and we discovered a small tree growing in the very center of the circle. Our central tree that is so important to our lives here was just a mere sapling back then. Interesting. So maybe they were abducted by aliens, and we're part of an observation experiment. They're not allowed to leave, but they're allowed to live, as it were. How about you? What do you got for me? Species description. We learn about the Mofang. For some reason, because this word sounds so similar to Mojang, which is the makers of Minecraft, I can't get Minecraft out of my head whenever I read this alien name. Mofang, through ambassador seeds, the Mofang were the first non-human species humans were introduced to. An Liang was the first to call the alien a... Oh, it's Mandarin. Mofang. Impressed with their advanced ability to imitate our sounds. Mo means maybe magic. Fang. What Mo Fang mean? I don't know, let me get my dictionary. Where my dictionary at? Mo Fang. Oh, Mo. It's not Fang. My bad. Fang. Mo Fang means to imitate or copy. It's a new word. Haven't had to use that one with the kids, which is funny because they sometimes copy each other. Mo Fang, because they can imitate our sounds, movements, and mannerisms. It means to imitate or copy. Although they have a name for themselves, their language is mostly unpronounceable by humans. Well, and so you picked Mandarin. I guess in English you could just say Mofang, and it works out. Mofang. Well, now I know how to pronounce it in my brain the right way. Mofang is primarily accomplished by their learning human... Oh, sorry. I skipped half of it. As a result, and because of their mimicry abilities, communication with the Mofang is primarily accomplished by their learning human languages rather than humans learning to speak Mofang. They have been able to learn almost every human language represented in Hunrath, enough to provide functional, if rudimentary, communication. The Mofang basic external morphology is remarkably humanoid, bilateral symmetrical tetrapods. So they're four. Oh, poop. Right in the middle of a lore dump. I guess you can read the top because that's not part of the lore. Premium legal pad. Premium means quality. Registered trademark. This has been interesting. It's very different to all of the previous Myst worlds, which have existed in one universe of book writing magic, scrivener magic sort of thing. A world of people who can make things come to life for realsies with their ability to write, which is a little on the nose for people who put together a puzzle game universe to say in our puzzle game universe that we brought to life with our own two hands is comprises people who can bring to life their own creations. It's just very fractal at that point. But it was cute and kitsch for a couple games, and then I feel like it just it lost the plot. The further Myst went on, the less they really seemed to be saying anything useful. Especially the multiplayer game was really just a very thinly veiled allegory of look what happens when you're rich and powerful, what your excess does to you, and the poor will rise up and overthrow. It's such a overplayed trope. I would have liked to have seen something more unique or strange happen in their worlds, or more endemic. Use what you've built with the Myst universe so far. Don't make a very human and tropish example of income distribution. Not that that's a bad thing to talk about, but maybe not in the Myst games. Yeah. And there's the whole problem of Atris. Nobody once seemed to address the fact that there's a white knight in Atris's family who's always good, according to the protagonist of the Myst games, and is always trusted. And whatever he says about who is acting evil or awful and who needs punishment, who needs to be entrapped and enslaved for life or destroyed and cut off entirely, you never question Atris. Why is he the shining light of the games? And why did they never let you question what he did and why, if he was the good guy? only in one game, it was like Myst 3 or 4, did he like look at the burned books of his sons and he was like, did I do the right thing? And then you never really explore that concept as a theme. It's dumb. Okay. The Mofang back so tetrapods, that means like 4 feet, yeah? 4 arms? Oh, maybe 4 arms. Bipedal, that would be 2 feet. Head with anterior facial features, i.e., like on the front. A mouth of sorts, eyes, nostrils, maybe not a nose though. Other external features include minimal body hair and raised dorsal protrusions that would be on the back. Constitution is somewhat frail due apparently to their thin and lightweight internal structure, but internal investigation has not been possible yet. Alien autopsies coming soon. Just kidding, probably not. They have ample cranial space to account for a substantial brain, and their intelligence is impressive as evidenced by their advanced technology. And yeah, there they are. That's what they look like. What are even tetrapods? Where's the tetrapod? Tetra means 4, right? Shouldn't they have 2 more arms? Well, interesting. Arai, or Arai, the next creature, I suppose. After a certain level of maturity and health of the tree, a passage opened at its base. Oh, we need to get in there. This passage allowed contact with 2 additional species. The first contact was with the Arai. I don't like saying Arai. It sounds like the word awry. Like, I don't know, everything's going awry right now. Arai. The first contact revealed the Arai to be large beetle-like insects. We were unable to communicate directly with them in any way, but they appeared to have some rudimentary level of intelligence. It was Lurink Toth who first made the journey through the heart to Kaptar and named both the New World and the inhabitants. The Arai have 3 distinct variants that have come to be referred to as barnacle, beetle, and polyarch. Although their morphology is dramatically different from human, their internal systems, like all of our neighbors, are supported by similar atmospheric composition and basic nutrients. So you can live on each other's planets without having to be in sort of hyperbaric chamber or big spacesuit or something. In their barnacle stage, the Arai are completely immobile. That makes sense. The Arai stay in this egg-like development state seemingly indefinitely. Oh. In order to hatch, they must be in proximity of a polyarch and fertilized by the beetles after a certain stage of maturity. The beetles are the eyes and ears, hands and feet. With only a minimal nervous system of their own, they are essentially the sensory extensions of the immobile polyarchs. So, wait, the barnacles are immobile. The polyarchs are immobile. So only the beetles can move. So how do they move the barnacles and or polyarchs around so that stuff can happen between them? Oh, no. I'm sorry. The beetles do the fertilizing. That's right. But they have to be in the proximity of a polyarch? So how does that happen? Maybe barnacles only do grow around a polyarch. I'm just trying to understand. I'm asking the questions here. I'm just asking. With only a minimal nervous system, they are able to execute simple commands, but they apparently have very little in the way of individual sentience. Polyarchs are probably the cool. So these are the beetles. I guess these are the ones that would actually move. And yeah, they look kind of more like aliens and less like real beetles, per se. The Arai polyarchs are the intelligence and consciousness of the species. Although it was obvious that there was intelligence behind the species, it wasn't until Caroline Farley began spending large amounts of time in close proximity that deeper communication began. With a room nearby, Farley was the first to communicate. Room nearby? Neat. Is it this room or a different room on their planet? Farley was the first to communicate non-verbally and learn much about the species, including some historical information. The Arai species survived in their world while several other sentient species came and went. Interesting. Among them, an ancient species who formed a deeper relationship with the Arai, carving temples and dwellings for them in the rocks. Something more than the beetles themselves could do. That's pretty. That's nice. Well, I don't know if it's pretty. I haven't seen it yet. and later a more recent species that took over much of the homeworld. Uh-oh. This latter species was especially adept at mechanical construction, using it mostly to capture and process large flying creatures, using the beetles as bait. Oh, shit. Well, sucks to be out high, I guess. And, oh, this is the polyarch creature, but they're pretty immobile. But they're smart. Villain. It couldn't possibly be the villains of the story. Could it? It's villain, but no A. But they're good guys. Maybe. This just seems like a 6-year-old making up the names. The final species to be discovered were the villain. The villain had been communicating with the Arai for many years through ambassador seeds, but became part of the larger community very shortly after the Arai. With a large and imposing frame and a form of communication based on complex, multi-voiced, low-frequency rumble, the initial introductions were intimidating. After several attempts, Amelie Vidal was able to begin some rudimentary communication and began visiting the villain in Marai, which she named, on a regular basis. She discovered a complex and amazing society that was able to use their technology in unexpected ways. These guys weren't the ones that were like screwing with the Arai, were they? They had the ability to quickly transform their world using extruded structures based on some form of complex miniature substrate material. It's like voodoo doll work, right? But with like making buildings. So imagine if you could make like a little dollhouse and then a full-sized house came up in front of you. Probably. That's what it sounds like. Unlike the other worlds, the Villain sphere is scooped out of a Villain resettlement group that was preparing to set off into space to find a new homeworld. Well, they found one because they got scooped up by somebody. This was their way of life, to put themselves into stasis and scatter themselves through the stars. Cool. It's one way to spread your genetic seed. As mentioned previously, their appearance is imposing, standing about 9 feet tall with a distinct reptilian resemblance. They have 6 limbs, 2 muscular legs and arms, and a smaller set of arms. They control every aspect of their technology with their vocalizations, but over the years they have created control panels based on their number system that allow other species to easier access elements of their technology. I think we're going to have to learn a new number system, you guys. And there they are. Gorgeous. I love the tiny arms. Okay, that's it. Next, more legal pad. How long is this one going to be? Communication. Talking with our neighbors. We take communication for granted, even with the varied languages we find here in Hunrath. But when we suddenly find ourselves among other intelligent species who don't share our culture, history, DNA, or vocal cords, it requires a huge amount of effort for the beginning of rudimentary chatting. This quick overview will set the stage for what to expect when communicating with our neighbors. This is okay. Yeah, this is all new. All right. I was like, wait, Mofang, we already read about them. No, this is all new stuff. Mofang. The Mofang were the first non-humans we met with at least some level of similar physical vocal generating abilities. They picked up human words quickly. This early mimicry resulted in what the species became to be called. Even though they were able to mimic single words and simple phrases, it became evident over the years that huge grammatical differences were not easily overcome. Some have proposed that the difficulty may have arisen because the Mofang insisted on attempting to learn every human language, and as a result were never able to lock onto any consistent grammatical structure. Nevertheless, in spite of the rudimentary sentence construction, it has been very easy to communicate, and it has been unnecessary for us to learn their language beyond a few simple phrases and proper names. If you'd like to learn more about communication with the Mofang, please contact Tam. I'm good. The Villain, which apparently are not villains. The Villain, unless that is how the game ends. I would laugh if like it turns out these guys were the bad guys just because of their stupid name. The The Villain has presented a particular communication challenge. From what we can gather, they produce sounds using two large reed-like structures inside opposite sides of their heads. The vibrations generated are channeled to resonance chambers in their skulls, where they are combined into a complex low-frequency dual tone. This is somebody who studied linguistics, like me. The low-frequency bitonal sounds are not only hard for humans to hear and resolve, but impossible for us to mimic. And the Villains, well, I mean, if you did it as a choir, you just get two people, two bass or baritones, and have them sing notes together at the same time. Maybe you can make it happen. We have resonance chambers, our sinuses. Anyway. And the Villain's hearing is also oriented toward low frequencies, so they are unable to hear most of the sounds associated with human speech. Therefore, communication with the Villain has relied on technology. They have adapted consoles, which the Villain fluently control with their vocalization, for use by other species. Over the years, some individuals of other species, including a few humans, have learned to communicate very effectively using this method. Humans have been able to pick out some higher frequency characteristics of certain key Villain words over the years, and although we can't speak to them in a way that the Villains can understand, we are occasionally able to hear and recognize these words when spoken distinctly by the Villain. If you'd like to learn more about the Villain, please contact Vito. Okay. So many people. There's so many stuff. So much to learn. Okay, Arai. It was a little bit out of order from the other book. That's fine. None of the stages of the Arai morphology have any vocalization apparatus. Whoops. Because of the obvious synchronization of the barnacle flash. Or the barnacle flash? What's the barnacle flash? And the ability of the pawns to provide for and address the needs of the polyarchs. Those must be the beetles. It was assumed that the species could communicate. It was assumed that the species could communicate effectively. It was not until Farley began to spend large amounts of time with in the polyarch antechamber that the first clues to this communication became evident. After months of research, Farley began to have limited success with receiving some kind of simple messages that were coming from the polyarchs. It is apparent now that the polyarchs had been attempting to communicate the entire time, but they themselves had been experimenting with various channels until they finally got a response from Farley. After this breakthrough, others were able to tune in to the polyarchs and learn to listen. Both the polyarchs and the pawns have a simple organ that can sense human vocal frequency, enabling them to sense simple responses from humans. But over the years, Farley was able to learn to speak to the polyarchs via a related form of extrasensory transmission, i.e. thinking, I'm assuming. If you'd like to learn more about the communication, please contact Farley. Yeah, that's it for that. Whew. We're getting through the lore. It's loreful. What is this bright thing down here in the corner? Why is it so bright right down? There's another bright bit. I think that the lighting just went off bad. What? What? Well. If it ain't M underscore. Just kidding. Hi, Kat. What's good? Welcome on in. I am so disused to you quitting your stream before I quit my stream. It's lovely to have you. Hi and welcome. How are we doing tonight? Welcome, readers. For those of you that don't know, we actually literally just raided out, last night? Good times. How was Eorzea? How was the world of Final Fantasy XIV? I can't follow instructions. That's okay. Hi, Asuki Socks. What's good? What were we playing? How was stream? Let's do a shout out.
You're done. You can leave now.
Oh, is it? I can go home?
Yep.
Love this game.
Fuck out of here, you fucking duck.
You tell that duck.
What do I have to press?
The button on the top of the screen.
Get out of here. Quick. Before the duck goes crazy.
Get out of here! Of course. Of fucking course. You've got to be kidding me! Myth!
I hate those ducks. I do.
Oh my god, did you just die?
Yes.
Did you dirty? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to my family of fledglings. For those of you that are seeing this stream for the first time, one, if you got to go do your thing, take care of yourself, make a sandwich, have a shower, do human things. Don't forget to be a human being. Don't just be on Twitch all the time. But if you only started being a Twitch thing and you got all your human stuff down, my name is Damien Holme. You pronounce both E's. And we are mostly a chatty sort of stream environment. We do a lot of side chats, so we barely get through games at all. This one is a 2016 game by the makers of the puzzle games, the Myst puzzle games. Cyan is the name of the company. And this game's called Abduction. I've literally never heard anything about this game whatsoever, except it is made by famous puzzle game makers. I don't play puzzle games as a rule until I started streaming. I don't think I ever really sat down with the genre. So I hope I don't fail miserably at trying to solve all the puzzles. Please no backstating until I cry. When you see tears come out of my eyes, that's when you know it's time to weigh in and be like, oh, D, do you need a hint? Because I've been looping around the same place for an hour. That game hates me. Honestly, Repo is, it's rough. Even modded, any way you play it, it's a rough game. Crashed out. So, Dead by Daylight first, then Star Ocean 2, the remake. Right. How are you liking... I never played a Star Ocean, but I hear people love the crap out of those games, right? They're absolutely brilliant games as far as I know. I just haven't forayed down that direction for whatever reason. I remember Myst. Yeah, we've played every single Myst game that's worth playing. They're all saved to a playlist somewhere if you go to the Red channel. I can't say certain things because I'm on TikTok. But if you go to the one red channel, it's red icon, you can see a playlist. We played through every Myst, including we did Riven twice. Because after we played Riven, I think it was, did we get through Myst 3 or 4? And then Riven the sequel, not the Riven the sequel, Riven the remake came out. And we got excited. I was like, hell, you guys already watched me play it. Let's just do it again. I'll probably be able to beat it fast the second time around. But they really remade the game. A lot of the puzzles and the flow of the game were changed. But here's the thing. I'm just going to say this because I don't think this spoils anything specific. If you've never played either Riven or if you played the original Riven and you want to try the remake only went hard in the first half. The back half, they didn't change almost anything. They added some things here and there. The game was like shinier and did add a little bit of more nuance or a little bit of backstory. But the first half, they changed puzzles. They changed the way you go through the islands. And the back half felt awfully familiar to the original. Like they ran out of good ideas too quick. This kind of sucks. I was dying a lot tonight in fights. Yeah, we've been there. I don't purport myself as a stellar gamer per se, but I'm at least funny to watch die when I die. And I was recently playing Prey by Bethesda, or not as licensed by Bethesda, the 2017 game. And there's just been a slew of awful, sometimes very shameful, embarrassing ways that I died in that game and its DLC. But it was a lot of fun. Star Ocean Second Story R, is that the whole name of the remake? Did it say R for remake? That's just a mouthful. That's a lot of words for one game. Yeah, I'm curious. I don't know if I'm curious enough to embark in that. I have so many things lined up. First of all, we have to get through the last of the Myst-like games so we can close off this. And then on Friday nights, I'm doing almost like every game that was ever inspired by the Nintendo Mother series, including the original Mother. So we played Mothers 1 through 3. It just sounds weird to say. What a weird name for a series of games. We played the first 3 Mothers. And then we started playing like literally every game that was like Mother. you travel through the world as one character and then you pick up another character along the way, and they're trippy and weird and confusing. And you have weird, like magical psychic abilities, like basically any game that fits that RPG, that weird RPG genre, not broadswords and fireballs, but like, yeah. And they're all good. They're all, I mean, so far the ones that we played have been really fun. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, thanks if you're staying. We're learning lore about this world of abduction. It's not abduction. I have to be cautious. Abduction. So far, what we learned is that we are living inside of some sort of a bubble that was created from Earth and brought to an alien land, like a little biosphere for maybe observation or something. And people from different eras of Earth have been brought here together. So you're meeting people from different time periods, from different parts of the world that maybe not all even speak English. And we've come here after they're all gone. Like there was a conflict and the humans were evacuated. And so we're sort of in the forensic stage of, well, what happened to the people? And we're learning about alien races that have also come into this observational space. Apparently, they didn't just do it to humans. It's weird. Anyway, welcome. Let's look through this really tattered. Why is this so janky, too? Somebody really wrinkled these pages or spilled coffee. Not coffee. Spilled water all over everything. Seed information. Oh my, there's so much more lore going on here. It's cool you're going through all the Myst games. Honestly, it's been interesting. I have no personal nostalgia about the games, so I'm just sort of learning. I used to be kind of obsessed way back in the day, but dropped off. Games dropped off at some point. Good luck. I'm going to rest up. Enjoy your D-stream. Do all the things that enrich you. For everybody else who's been in stream, please go show MCat Gaming's channel some love. One of Oz's and my favorite creators on Twitch. And we're glad to see you more active these days. Yeah. Anyway, be well. We'll see you on the flip side. The story in Star Ocean 2. Thanks for the lurk support. The story in Star Ocean 2 is very well done. It is a lot more interesting. Oh, it's a lot more interesting than your average RPG. Has a lot of replayability due to numerous party options. Oh, nice. That are mutually exclusive. So choosing one locks out another. I like that and don't like that at the same time, because I feel like unless you can save where the branching happens, and if they don't make it clear where the branching happens, I get frustrated. You also play as one of the two main characters instead of the classic one hero bit. I do like that. I like having some option about like who to focus on in a story. That's the best song. Oh yeah, we've got little hidden alerts and songs all over the place, depending on what you do with the stream. Okay, ambassador seeds. Now I think we're going to learn about how the seeds end up connecting humans to this alien planet and these other aliens that are not of this planet that are also interacting with the humans. So let's find out what happens next. Ambassador seeds were first Yes, that's one of my favorite hidden ones. Thank you for the nice. Ambassador seeds were first documented about 150 Earth years ago. Is that how long these people have lived on this planet? That's crazy. They occur about once every 400 days. If the trees remain healthy, natural seed swaps occur between pairs of seeds. This is like quantum entanglement, I'm pretty sure. That we now know dropped simultaneously from healthy trees in a paired sphere. Gotcha. So we're in a human sphere, and if another tree in one of the other alien lands spheres also dropped at the same time, that's how the humans have been visiting these other alien species, which also seem to be stuck in these spheres, which makes me think it's another alien race that we don't know that's doing all the observing. When each seed was touched by species in sphere, the swap occurred, sending an ambassador from each sphere to the paired sphere. Does that mean like you body swap with one other person sort of thing? Not body swap necessarily, but like you travel, but then somebody else on that side also has to travel to your... Sounds like a swap would be you don't just travel. Somebody else has to come replace you. Location of the swap is defined by the locations of the pairs of seeds. After the first swap, the seeds recharged quickly, allowing for a quick return. Interesting. First meetings were intense, but naturally short. It was quite a surprise for both the Mofang and us. Over time, the seeds required more time to recharge, producing longer visits between species. Interesting. Why is that? Collector seeds. So we don't know about this one. Everyone who arrives is familiar with the collector seeds. The bright light. Oh, this is how you get into the sphere in the first place, right? The bright light that we were all drawn to right before the event that brought us here is a collector seed. What new arrivers may not be aware of is that these seeds, like all seeds, come in pairs. When the tree drops a collector seed on the ground, it signals that its twin has begun its quest for a new being. That search may take hours or it may take years. Interesting. When an appropriate situation, a natural threat of death, is found, the seed activates and swaps a smaller but varying sized sphere from Earth, or whatever appropriate homeworld, here to Hunrath. I was coming out to update my larks and put the living room to bed. Sounds good. Time change and everything. Yeah, it's late now. Going back to lurk mode and bed. Hope you have an awesome rest of the stream. Thanks for lurk support. I probably honestly can't keep going too much later with the stream, even though I haven't been at it for that long, just because the time change is really going to foobar tomorrow for me. I hate everything about daylight savings time. Fuck the whole system. Sleep well. And I hope you don't have to be up early tomorrow. As Hunrath became more populated, we would watch for a newly dropped collector seed, collect it, and place it in the entry canyon area. They're planting your spawn point. This allowed us to provide a more predictable entry experience for new arrivers and provide a single area to collect any resources that may have come along with the new arriver. They're also farming new arrivers for stuff. Got it. Man, this is a lot of lore drop. Unlike ambassador seeds and mother seeds, collector seeds do not seem to survive. The inner core is spent, leaving only the lifeless outer husk. On to mother seeds. I don't think we know anything about these ones. Postulated but unverified. First suggested by Alima Hamza, of whatever that means. The notion of mother seeds extrapolates the behavior of the lesser seeds to a super seed. Does that supersede the argument? Sorry, that was stupid. She posited that the process that actually created the paired spheres was similar to all other swaps, but on a much grander scale. The idea is that two seeds from a mother tree, were scattered on galactic winds to find appropriately similar environments. When matches were found, some process was triggered that swapped large portions of landscape between vastly different worlds. Interesting. So what if the alien species that's doing all of this manipulation of the spheres is actually like a species of tree? That would be interesting. Then what's the purpose? Why does this creature, this tree, do this thing? Or does it matter? Alima further noted that the tree's locations in the center of the spheres suggested that the trees grew from these mother seeds. Because of the similarities, it's been conjectured that reswapping the entire environmental spheres might be possible with a larger scale version of the ambassador seed machine, which we still haven't really messed with. Whatever that is. Oh, that's the end of the book. Is that the end of the lore dump? Did we dump all the lore all in our lap? Big steaming dump of lore. That's a lot of books. A lot of Can we not open this door just because I refuse to move boxes? Man, this character is so lazy. I was like school chairs. Turn that on now. Let's take a look. Can we see some? There's a big circle right there. We've been right there, but I don't know what to do with that area. Thanks for that, I guess. What if we rotate this? Wait, where are we going with this? Uh-oh. Hang on. Hang on. There's more to do with our circled area. Can we get this rotating more? What happens if we rotate it over there? Right on top of my number. Does that... I don't think that does anything. That just looks silly. Oh, it's like a B5 now instead of a 15. I don't know if that's important to note. We can get it all the way over there. That seems dumb and inappropriate. Nothing to see, nothing to do. Can we also put it there and then it's D5? Oh, yeah, you can actually get right in front of that and it works that way. What else? Where else could you possibly shine your little light and why? This little light of mine. Turn the right way. Where else can we shine? Is there something there? Right there where the circle is. There's a whole bunch of places where the light could shine, potentially, if we get just the right angle. Can we also change the slide? You can! Wait, there's more. What's the dots system? What is this supposed to do? Get this back on the map. Uh-oh. This is hard to manipulate that and look at the map at the same time. Holy crap. There's no way I'm memorizing all of that. I'm going to say this now. Say it now. Uh-oh. I apologize for what the room smells like when you come upstairs. What could possibly go wrong? I can't imagine anything bad when I'm just kidding. I forgive you. Okay, can we do something with the 15? Maybe it's not really a 15. Oh, it's not. What, or maybe it is. What if this turns just so? Yeah, like that. Oh, like that. A lot. Yeah. So yeah, there might be something to this. I'm gonna take a pic. Because there's something going on there with the stuff. I think if you right-click the mouse, it will lock the screen so you can free move the point. Oh, thank you. I don't think it's ever smelled like this ever. Are you okay? Do I need to... I don't think there's anything anywhere open right now. It's 4 a.m. now, thanks to the time change. Let's try that. Can we... right-click, right-click the mouse. No, it's not doing it. Well, it was worth trying. Something died in me. Oh, no. So if I smell it, something might die in me, too. Okay. Do we do everything in here? Or explore around the places that weren't just the lore and the backer items? I guess we did everything. I want to open this pathway because I think this leads us back to the main area again. And then, hell yeah, that's a nice feeling. And then we might have to call it here because we got a good amount of lore. We now have a fast way between the two. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, they do a loading and unloading of these areas. You come this way and you start to load this area in. That way is completely unloaded. See that? Very smart. Very smart usage of the game engine. Might not be right click, but there's a cursor lock somewhere. I'll have to look into it. I'm sure you're right. They did say something about they put you in Welcome Canyon to gather any resources you might come in with. Let's take a look and just see, did I properly investigate the area that I came in and gathered all the stuff I came in with? We'll find out. So that was a big lore dump. My, this really goes back deep, don't it? There's the lantern. Can we take this with me? Come with me. Come with me. Ugh. Why do we have this here? It seems like such a... Maybe it's just a practice with the picking up things and manipulating them thing. Because we can't take the lantern with us. It's not like the secret item of the game, like the Riven remake where you have your own special decoder ring. That's the only thing I can think of calling it. Yeah, I guess we didn't actually spawn in with anything fun. The lantern stays there. Well, very intriguing world. Interesting idea, concept of like trees that quantum entangle alien worlds together and these spheres that intersect with other worlds. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool ideas playing around with each other, and the times all coming together. Different times, time eras. That music sting when we get around this area. Well, let's call it there, shall we? Because I don't want to run the clock too much more than what we've already done. That's a lot. That's a lot already. I feel like we did nothing except walk around and see the world, and also we did a lot at the same time. The one thing that's nice is I did not feel necessarily trapped for all of the game that we got to see. And even though I felt like, oh, I don't really know what to do next, I'm really not so sure. I might have to pull the audience already, or I'm going to have to run around in circles looking for something. I didn't run out of things to do, even when I thought I had. Or even when I thought, well, I don't have any real direction, so what the fuck am I even going to do right now? I still found things to do pretty quickly. And that is already Cyan learning from their previous games how to give you a more directed and well-manicured experience at the beginning, instead of just dumping you into, you better try everything, and then whatever, you might eventually stumble upon the thing. And that's intended. This one felt like that too, but they gave you a lot less that you would get trapped doing as red herrings. There's plenty of red herring stuff to see and do, but not as much that you would be at it for long periods of time. I also feel like I feel really bad for the original players of the first couple Myst games, because I think PCs were so slow back then that the best that you could do is click on the next room, and then you really didn't want to click on another room or an exit to that area until you brought your cursor over everything. You tried every which way for everything in that room, because the load times were just kind of slower and it was a harder paced thing to do. And now everything's, speedy. All right. If you are watching on any other platform besides the purple one, we're saying goodnight to you now, and we'll see you again on Friday for the next game, the next mother inspired child game out there. Mother inspired child. Aren't all children inspired by their moms, either toward or away from, depending on the mom in question? No, another game inspired by Mother called In Stars and Time. It looks really well loved, really nicely done, and was very highly recommended to me. So I'm excited to start that. It's going to be next Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. If you just want to see more abduction, I could see you next Saturday, same time. Usually stream for in the neighborhood of 5 hours, but last night we made the game that we were going to stream awfully early, and tonight the hours were sucked away from me on both ends. One, because the littles weren't going to bed, and on the other end because stupid time change. Hate you so much. All right. For everybody whose stream is ending right now, that's not getting rated out to somebody else. If you are safe, fed, and loved, make sure someone out there is